Hello everybody, it's Wednesday. Welcome back to the Abomination Vault, Ruins of Gauntlight. I'm your GM Steve, and I'm joined by fellow D&D veterans Mike, Rick, Richard, and Nina, as we all take a journey and crit fumble our way through learning Pathfinder. Say hello everyone!
Hello everybody!
Oh!
For those of you who are new to the stream or YouTube, welcome. And if you've been with us for a while, welcome back. It's good to have you. And before we begin, we have some quick announcements. As you can very likely see, we all have webcams finally. Woo!
Yes.
Right? Now you can see the faces behind the characters here on Abomination Vaults. And because, so much communication is in body language, nothing is going to get lost in digital translation anymore. It'll be exactly like we're all sitting at the table with each other. Perfect, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I don't think you guys think that's true. Either way, it's still nice to be able to see your faces and share it with the world. Also want to call out, we got brand new stream overlays. Huge thanks to Nina and Rick for helping to design and create these screens that help fuel this transformation. So, big thumbs up on that, guys. I have a pimple
because of it.
Good job, guys. Must have been the one that was working the hardest.
But they look really awesome, and we got this screen and we got our new battle screen, so you'll see that later probably. Just another reminder, we hit our community goal last week. Awesome. Big thanks to all of our fans that were in chat and who donated your bits to donated your heroic coins, not to giving these players extra heroic rerolls, but giving them to me so I can put on cool content for you guys. That means you guys love me. That's 10,000 coins not going to rerolls. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay tuned for a date. We're still working on the logistics of a date so we can get a date set for that and get that content out. So we'll have a future announcement on that. I just wanted to highlight big thanks to our community for that. Huge thanks to CJ for resubscribing here in the intro. Phenomenally, CJ. Our first sub, continuing on. They subscribed. This is the third month of subscribing in a row. So CJ, you're awesome.
Thank you.
You also made me realize that this screen is missing the overlay that shows the announcements. So I'll need to fix that. Very cool.
Growing pains.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the baby step towards the future. And thanks for coming along with us. All right, guys. With all that done, who's ready for some Pathfinder?
Let's go!
Raise my hand now.
Roll it!
Oh, you raise your hand because you're ready?
Go kick some ghost butt.
That's true. All right, viewers. Level 4, yeah. Viewers, go ahead and sit back and relax. And players, let's jump into tonight's episode of The Abomination Vaults, Ruins of Gauntlight, episode 19. Right after this
The
clap.
lumber town of Otari, with its storied past and a fair share of sinister secrets, has been fairly quiet in recent decades. Over the 400 years since its inception, the surrounding area has been the launching pad for many famous adventurers, and as a result, most of the ancient ruins have been fully explored, much of their mysteries already solved. But when the mysterious Gauntlight, an eerie landlocked lighthouse, begins to glow with a baleful light, the people of Otari suspect it's an ominous prelude to sinister events. The call goes out for a new band of heroes to save the day. Those heroes are Mukta.
One's path in life may shift like the sands. You have to adapt or be buried.
Halarmony Higgins.
Can I play something for you?
Nulara.
Hey, I know that it's scary, but you have to get up. Okay? Take my hand. Ugh, very good. Let's go.
Clovis.
Nature is not to be put in order. nature is order. It is for us to put ourselves in unison with this order.
The time has come to enter the Abomination Vaults, Ruins of Gauntlight.
All right, guys. The camera fades in from darkness, but we see it's actually pulling back slowly from an eyeball. The reflection shows an angry ghost, her hair floating as if it's underwater. As the camera floats back more, we see it's actually Nulara's worried face. The room around her comes into focus. We are in a dusty scriptorium, fashioned to look like a study hall. Desks are pushed against the walls, divided by large wooden slats to create individual workspaces. A thick layer of dust and cobwebs cover the rooms, and beneath the dust, stacks of books and piles of parchment. We now see Clovis crouched on the floor over a skeletal body, which, by the way, is still wearing a very nice set of chainmail, clutching something that, from just the exposed corner, looks like a portrait. The situation is unfolding in slow motion and tension building as we see Nulara tightening the grip on her trident. Beyond this room, out in the restricted section, Halarmony peers in from around the corner, clearly startled by this spiritual presence. The ghost makes a sudden movement, faster than Nulara was ready for. But it isn't aggressive. The ghost just passes through Nulara. The motions of the spirit make it look like it gave a strong shove, yet it just floated through Nulara effortlessly. The camera shifts to the left, and we see, beyond Clovis, beyond Nulara, Mukta, having taken a seat at one of the tables, holding a dusty book up. Dried vats of inkwells are set out, dried out feather quills resting beneath the dust. And you see the spirit walk up, towering over Mukta. The anger has faded from her face. And she's back to speaking in her classic indignant tone. Careful with that one there. That's from my love. Very important. Necril is an interesting language, but tough to translate. Triple check each phrase, because for each mistake, I will take a part of you I guarantee you will miss.
I think I would miss all my parts.
And as she glances over her shoulder back at Nulara and Clovis, she lets out an angry grunt. Last chance, recruits. Otherwise, I hear Nakazarin has some interesting flaying techniques she's been dying to practice.
Hey, joke's on you, because she's dead.
The ghost turns her head and spins full look at you and kind of looks you up and down and sees you guys kind of pretty battle worn, and she takes a step closer to you, Nulara, and she says, "What do you mean?"
As you are, she's also met her demise just a couple minutes ago.
That's impossible.
You can check.
She stops for a second. She looks back at the door. She looks back at Mukta. Mukta, what are you doing as Nulara is giving lip back to this ghostly spirit?
I'm looking at this book, not understanding a damn word it says.
Right.
I take the quill, instinctually lick it for a moment.
What?
Lick it so you get it
Yeah.
wet and then you put... Yeah. There once lived in a town of Katapesh 2 brothers. One named Kasim and the other Alibaba. And I just started writing Alibaba and the 40 Thieves in undercommon.
Right. Okay. So Mukta's hard at work. Clovis, Nulara is giving lip back to this ghost, right? what is Clovis doing in this moment? Because she's like all the attention. Nulara has pulled all the attention on herself.
Checking the body. Like you said that she was holding a picture.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I can actually look at that picture or take the picture from it.
Yeah. Do me a
Or
favor.
any other signs on the body?
Yep. Give me a general perception check. And to follow this up, Hal, back in the hallway as you're like safely kind of in the next room. Oh, natural 20 for Clovis.
Ooh, already.
Nice.
That's an awesome
There's
way
a
to start
20.
the night.
I rolled a 20.
Yeah. So Hal, as Clovis is doing this and Nulara's doing that, and you're in the other room watching this in relative safety, what is Hal's kind of actions right now? What's going on in Hal's mind? You're muted, by the way.
He is just standing there, just figuring what is going on with the ghost person. I think that Nulara is going to like talk it down like she did last time. So I'm just waiting.
Okay.
Peeking in.
So Clovis, as you're doing this, right, you're picking up the picture, you take it out of the hands, the body shifts a little bit. You notice two things. One, you get the picture for sure. You pull it out, you looking at it, you flip it over. It's a picture of a very handsome drow man, like kind of long white hair, very like kind of pale skin, painted, in a manner that is meant to make it look very regal and elegant. And at the very bottom is like a nameplate, and it just says, "To my love from Volok." And with your natural 20 for a total of 31, as you're eyeing this creature, you notice like under the skeletal body, under the chainmail, which by all means looks magical because it has not rusted one bit in the hundreds of years it's been down here. Underneath this body appears to be a small metal key, no more than like a few inches across.
Okay. Reach in and take the key.
Right. So you get the portrait, you get the key, and then you're kind of like looking up, and you see this ghost with Nulara is like the hair's going crazy, the anger's building up, and the ghost is just saying, "I have got a very important date tonight. I will not have this tolerated." And she starts raising her voice again. I need you guys to roll initiative because she is not happy with Nulara. I am sorry.
Yelling is not gonna get you anywhere.
It gets me everywhere.
Ugh, you're dead.
It's literally my management style. Yeah, so yeah. Let's go ahead and I bring you guys over to this scene. If you guys can go ahead, give me those initiative rolls.
I don't think I'm avoiding notice for this initiative.
You are not avoiding notice for this one. I am, unfortunately.
Being the teacher's pet.
It is definitely going to be a perception. Although, you could make the case for deception here.
Right.
I think my perception's better, actually.
Oh, 16.
I got 11 for 22.
Okay. Oh, she got a natural 1 on her initiative for 18.
It's all right. I still got a 30.
Okay.
Oh!
So, let's go ahead and give you guys and our audience a first peek at our battle scene layout. Again, thank you, Nina and Rick, for putting this together. Rick was providing design choices and Nina was executing them, I believe is the division of labor, but it looks really cool. And Rick put a lot of these images above my head together, and we got more coming down the pipe. So, as we begin combat, despite the fact you were not avoiding notice, and despite the fact that you were not able to use stealth, you still get the drop on everyone else, probably because her back's to you, and you take this time to act, right? So Mukta, what would you like to do?
All right. Noticing that our ghost supervisor is becoming a bit more aggressive, I will drop the book and the quill that I was working on.
Okay.
I just got to the point of introducing the 40 thieves, and I will quickly take a step. The
Okay.
game is paused.
Now it's
Uh-huh.
not.
All right. Am I able to step here even though Mushi's there?
Mushi's tiny enough that you can just step right over Mushi. That's fine.
We're both
He's
pretty
also
small,
Mushi.
so.
Mushi flies, so he's flying.
Oh,
so-
Mushi's flying above you.
All right. And I will pull out my rapier and try to stab a ghost.
All right, go for it.
And she is flat-footed, correct?
She is flat-footed. You are flanking with Nulara.
All right.
100%.
Ooh.
That's a miss.
I'm going to use a hero point already.
Yes.
First roll of the night.
Hero point. What was it?
Hero point. Yeah, so,
I rolled a 2 for a 12 total.
yep.
Oof.
So in case you're new, hero points allow you to re-roll one of your rolls and take the next roll. So we're you cash in, he gets 1 hero point for the start of the night. Cash in his hero point, make it count.
All right, here we go.
Let's replace that 2 with a...
No, that's still only a 15.
Yeah, so you come out with your rapier, you swipe through the air, and all you hit is like invisible ghost goo. Absolutely miss.
All right, well, I'm going to, with my third action, strike again.
Go for it.
Get her.
She's still flat-footed.
Ugh, that's a 19.
A 19, even though she is flat-footed, that is a miss. Again, you come in at her and just feel yourself swinging through like the nothingness of where a body would be. Nothing's happening. It misses.
So I strike twice.
19
Nothing. I look to Nulara and I say, I think it's time for punching, huh?
Yeah. That's what I'm planning on doing as well.
Not only a 19, but a 19 when she was flat-footed missed. Okay. Up next, Clovis.
Oh crap! I'm out of spells too. So Clovis sees Mukta go after her, so he's like, "Oh shit!" And I will do Ray of Frost.
Okay. I imagine you tucked the portrait in your bag and satchel real quick.
Oh, that's an 11. 2 plus 9. So
That's gonna miss.
I already know the answer on that one. All right, and with that, I'm gonna raise my shield.
Okay. Ray of Frost.
We're off to a great start, guys.
Yep. She's like,
It's okay. It's all right. We're just.
your Ray of Frost goes wide. It kind of hits some of the scriptorium, the little cubicles they have set up. All right. That's the end of your turn. Next up is the ghost. So she's still really upset at Nulara's insolence. So the first thing she does is scream and lets out this very intense, despairing cry. So every creature that can hear her within 30 feet needs to make a will saving throw. DC 24 will saving throw.
All right.
Oh wow. I'm a hero pointed.
You're gonna hero point this? Okay.
Yeah.
Will
Yep,
save.
it's an
All
11.
right.
You.
I would like
Vanilla.
to use
That is a 24 for Mukta.
Oh yeah.
20 for Clovis.
Okay.
Can I use counter performance?
I think you can. Yeah. Pop that in chat for me real quick. Nulara, were you cashing in your hero point?
Yes.
Did you already reroll it?
No, this is my reroll. I got a 12.
Okay, so you or an ally within 60 feet rolls a saving throw against an auditory or visual effect. This is 100% an auditory effect that's trying to hurt your allies, Hal. So yes, you can. You and your allies can use the better. So here's the thing: 12, 24, 20, 11. Hal also needs to make a saving throw. You might as well just make the saving throw anyways. To your base saving throw is.
It is a will save, you said?
It's a will save, yeah. It's not actually fear, unfortunately. So 22. So pretty much everyone except for Mukta is failing this saving throw.
Yep.
But
If I do for Mushi.
yeah, go ahead and do one for Mushi too.
But he doesn't have any of the will saves or anything. on
He
his
uses
character.
yours. Whatever yours is, he uses the same.
Do you want
So
me to roll again for him, or just
Yes,
use
you should
mine?
roll again for him. So here's the thing. This is the thing that we just realized Hal had. Hal can counter this auditory thing. He gets to make a performance check. Plus, this is using your virtuosic performer because it's an auditory, right? Whatever you roll as your performance check, your allies can use as their saving throw. Oh, Mushi.
Yeah.
What do you get?
Mushi is on fire.
Mushi got a
Crit.
natural 20 for 33. All right,
Yes.
Hal,
Put away Mushi.
give us that performance check to counter this auditory effect.
Come on,
You
Halarmony.
are muted, but just know
Right.
whatever he rolls here, you guys can all use as your performance, as your will save. 30.
Oh.
That's it right
Yeah.
there.
Damn.
You're on fire, Halarmony. Good
So
job. Was that
she
that new
lashes
flute?
out. She does this despairing cry, and as her words hit your brain, you start feeling all the self-doubt, all the missed opportunities, every small mistake in your life that you lay in bed and think about every night creeps up to the forefront of your brain, and it starts to take hold of you. And then a melody of music wafts in from the other room at Hal that drowns out her negative performance on you. You all hit 30. You all succeed your saving throw against this. Very awesome.
Let's go. Oh my
That is
god.
That is awesome.
That's super clutch.
Clutch, clutch, clutch.
It also makes you guys immune to it for 1 minute.
Nice.
And with her third action, she is going to lash out, and she kind of does her ghostly hand as she reaches in and tries to like touch Nulara's soul. So Nulara, that is a 30 to hit.
Hits.
Is it a crit?
Oh yes, I don't have my shield up.
But
Ooh, how interesting.
oh yeah, you don't have it, right?
I
All
don't
right.
have it up. Yeah. No.
This ghost crits you, Nulara,
This is what
Oh,
I get
no.
for talking shit.
and
Yeah,
roll
you were
3 8s on the damage.
Oh,
8, 8, 8, max damage.
I'm out.
Nulara, 56 points
I'm
of
wounded.
damage.
I'm not great in this.
Jesus.
I am wounded.
Literally, that was
I mean, well, I'm
the most
unconscious
damage she could have
then.
done. That's
Wow.
completely
That's some
counterbalancing
cheat right
Clovis's
there. This-
damage roll last week, man. Wow. Okay.
That's okay.
In one hit, Nulara is unconscious. Let me just see.
Here we go again.
This time it wasn't Mukta.
Yeah, it's worse. With
Okay.
Nulara cannot.
That's it. There's no other effects on this. It's just pure negative damage as your soul, your life force is drained out of you. All right, that's her turn.
What kind?
I go behind her now, though.
Yep, you get moved up in initiative to right before her. So
Your amulet doesn't absorb any negative damage, does it?
No.
it's just the harm spell, I believe.
Ah.
All right, Hal, it is your turn.
Oh.
Okay, well, I would like to inspire. Well, I'm going to actually first use Soothe at 2nd level
Okay,
on Nulara,
perfect.
and I will cast that, and I will cast Soothe in the chat, and I will do the healing.
All right, that's pretty good.
Whoa.
Okay, that is
Damn.
22.
Okay, thank you.
22 healing, Nulara. You have a wounded 1 condition, but you're back conscious.
And then I will do Inspire Courage and Lingering Composition.
Roll for that. So yeah, Nulara, you are prone. You are lying prone on the floor. You did your trident slipped out of your hand. Your shield's strapped in, so it's still good. But you're now prone with no weapon in your hand. 32. That is a critical success. That means you all get the lingering composition for 4 rounds. So go ahead and add that to your characters.
4 rounds, pretty good.
Nice.
Very cool.
Do I get that as well since I'm conscious now? Okay.
You do.
Yeah, that's why I did it first.
Oh, you are the best.
Kill it.
pal.
All
Thank
right,
you.
that's my turn.
All right, Mukta. You just watch this thing drop Nulara in one hit.
You got really
All right.
lucky.
The only problem is now it is not flat-footed, correct?
It is not, because Nulara is not threatening it.
Yes. But what can I do? I say, not my friend. And I'll try to stab her.
Okay. I mean, you
Alright.
could, just saying, you could delay your turn until Nulara takes hers.
Ah, that's true. I forgot you can do that in Pathfinder. I will delay my turn.
Okay. Then that's what you do. You delay your turn to wait for an opportune moment to strike. I like it. Okay, so you win. You're probably going to go after Nulara, but if you want to jump in after anyone's turn, you just let me know.
All right.
Clovis.
All right. So Nulara is back up.
She's conscious.
So prone.
Yeah, she's at 22
Okay.
hit points.
She's conscious.
She's lying down at this ghost's feet, and this ghost is looking down at her like she still wants to punish her for her insolence.
All right. So I'll touch her and I'll do heal.
Okay. So you're doing the one action version. That what? How many actions are you spending on this?
I'll do the 2 action version.
Okay. So Nulara heals for 10.
10?
Yes. 1d8 plus 8. 1d. So 2 plus 8.
Got it.
Clovis rolled a 2 on his heal. You still got one more action, Clovis.
Yep. I raise my shield.
Okay. Very cool. Nulara.
You mentioned that my trident slipped out of my hand.
Yeah, when you go unconscious, anything you're holding drops.
Okay, so
So you're prone and your trident isn't. I'll let you keep your shield because your shield's kind of strapped in a little bit more than just being held. But that's
Okay,
still
how
in
far
place.
away is my trident from me?
It's right under you. It's like you,
Okay.
you woke up and it had just slipped out of your grip. It's right there. It's just an
Okay.
interact action to pick it up.
All right, so for my first action, I'm picking up my trident.
Okay.
I grunt and then I get up, and then
Okay.
just for flavor, because for my
She
second
does not
action,
have
I'm
an
gonna-
opportunity attack, so she does not get to hit you as you stand up.
Okay, 2 actions.
That's mean.
And then for my third action, I'm going to try and damage her with my trident.
Go for it. She is flat-footed because you're flanking with Mukta.
Perfect. All right, come on. Come on, emote. 29.
29.
29 hit.
29
flat
hits.
foot. She's flat-footed too.
Yeah, this is a hit, but not a crit.
No worries. I'll take it. So that would be 21 points of piercing damage, and then I wipe the blood off of my mouth.
So it added a power attack on that.
Oh, I don't know why I did. Here. 13 points of damage.
13 points. So you spring through with your trident through the ghostly kind of incorporeal version, like body. It does catch something. It does hit for 13 points of damage, although it resists 7 of that.
Got it.
So it takes 6 points of damage. She
Okay.
takes 6 points damage.
Is it a free action to recall knowledge?
No, it's one action.
Okay, never mind.
I do like recalling knowledge though in combat. That's cool.
I know. All right, that's the end of my turn.
Does this hopping in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take my turn now.
So now
So-
Mukta, seeing the the moment, jumps in.
I will strike her with my rapier.
Yes, you will.
Is it 25 to hit?
5 is a hit.
All right. Damage is 13 points of damage.
Okay, not bad. So She is immune to your precision damage. So the 3 precision does not do anything.
All right.
And so she takes 10 physical damage from you and resists 7 of that. So she takes 3 damage.
Jeez.
She's
All
a
right.
ghost, right? So it's just like bludgeoning.
You hit her with?
My rapier.
Yeah. You seem to feel like whatever her body is, there's not any vital organs. There's nothing that your precision damage can hurt. And she seems immune to your precision damage, which is an unfortunate effect.
Let's see what.
Really good.
Oh, that's too.
I don't think my second strike is going to hit her with a. I am going to. Yeah. How many? Recall knowledge is 1 action.
Yes.
All right. With my second action, then I will take my rapier and try to strike her 1 more time.
Okay. Go ahead.
And that is a crit. Natural 20.
Yes.
Very cool.
Let's go.
Natural 20. A 26 is a hit. Your natural 20 bumps it from a hit to a crit. Roll that critical damage.
And to think I almost was not going to strike her again.
Oh. Oh.
And that is 33 points of damage. So I rolled a.
Yep,
Some of that is
break it down.
precision.
8 of it was precision.
Yeah.
So she takes 25. She resists 7. So she takes 18.
All right.
She seems very
bad.
resilient to your guys'
Mukta.
damage. Yeah.
And my third action, I'm going to use Spirit Lore
Spirit lore, perfect.
to try to think of anything that might be useful in getting her kind of either de-escalate or maybe just go away.
Sure. Yeah. Let's give me the spirit lore then.
All right, here we go.
Good luck.
Fun.
Oh, that not so great, dude. 12 only.
Yeah, 12. So I think you
It was
come
almost an 18.
It was really close. In the moment with all this chaos going on, you immediately just you look around. The only thing that comes to mind is like your eyes are drawn to like all the like untranslated books in here. And thinking back to like the last ghost you guys encountered, you're pretty sure if you were just to get all these books and throw them out of here, her spirit would probably move on.
All right. And that is my turn.
All right, the ghost gets to go next. She again does her despairing cry. You're all immune because you all successfully succeeded last time for 1 minute, so it doesn't affect any of you, but she doesn't know this as she continues to do her despairing cry and washes over you, and then she reaches up with her ghostly hand and makes another strike at Nulara.
Okay.
Oh,
What the
shit.
heck is
Oh
this?
yeah.
That's another natural 20, folks,
no.
for another
Woo!
36.
Damn.
This is where this is why you do not backtalk your managers. Let's see if I can roll 3 8s again on damage.
What?
Are you serious?
I'm
not
What is
kidding,
this?
no.
There is something.
3
Okay,
eights
you know what?
again.
You have your
Roll
fun,
again.
Steve. You have your
Deja
fun.
vu.
But this is crazy.
See, I rolled it a 3rd time just to prove it's not broken. 2, so that's
Wow.
3.
Well,
That's
I'm dead
2
again.
natural 20s followed by 2 max damage crits. Nulara is hit, drops. Nulara is now dying too.
Oh boy. It's okay. I mean,
And
it's
you
not.
guys are sensing this situation is spiraling out of control very fast. That is her turn.
Throw the book before
Hal.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast Soothe once again for that 2nd level on Nulara. Once I turn down the audio track.
Yeah, that thing keeps kicking up really loud.
Each track has its own audio up. You can turn down the global
Yeah.
playlist volume. You might need to. Yeah, these songs are kind of loud. So 18 points of healing to Nulara. You once again
So
find
I'm at
yourself.
wounded 3.
Oh,
wounded
You would
2.
be at wounded. Oh, actually,
You took magical healing, right?
yeah. Magical healing does not get rid of the wounded condition, though.
Let me
Lessons
see.
by 1.
I mean, grab the book.
But if someone hits you with a crit, do you go to dying 2? Was that the roll? Do you guys remember?
It sounds. I've heard that or read that somewhere, but
If you
But I'm
take
not
damage,
sure.
if you take damage from an critical hit, your dying condition increases by 2. No, I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head if that's really a thing or not. So I'm gonna say no for now. So Nulara's dying 2, unless I can confirm it otherwise. So, but sorry, wounded. You're wounded 2 now. Awake, 18 points of healing. And you have one more action, right, Hal? I think
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
thinking-
it's an intense situation.
okay. So she doesn't have the dying condition, just a wounded condition, right?
She was
Exactly.
dying. Now she's wounded. So she's wounded 2.
Stride in here and, at the same time. What is going on? She keeps killing Nulara. What do I do, Mukta?
I think maybe it's time to think about the retreat, my friends.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Clovis. Nulara's healed again. She's face down, unconscious, but alive. Sort
Not
of.
unconscious anymore. She is conscious,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, she was unconscious. She's back conscious. You're right.
Okay, she's not. So I don't. Oh yeah, you're back to what'd you say? 18 hit points.
Yes.
Or did they go after her or try to get you more?
This is
Use
definitely
my second 2 action first level heal on her again.
okay.
Get her up. Jesus, same fucking roll.
Yep. So
From last
that's
time.
10 more hit points to Nulara. We're stuck in a loop. I'm rolling natural 20s and 3 8s, and you guys are rolling the same rolls every time.
Hey, what's going on?
That's the way it goes
And
sometimes.
then I will re-raise
Alright.
my shield.
All right. Doubling down. Mukta.
All right. First action will be, of course, to just try to strike her one more time.
Go for it. She's not flat-footed.
Oh, that's right. No, I would be after Nulara.
Well, she got knocked unconscious again, so her initiative resets again.
All right, I will delay my turn until after Nulara.
Perfect. Nulara, your turn.
Before that.
First
we
action.
really are in a loop here.
We are.
Yes, I feel like it. It's Groundhog
Okay.
Day. Ready to
First
hit her and then-
action. From my prone position as I wake up,
Uh-huh.
how far is the skeleton away from me?
It would be 10 feet behind you, just on the. It's
10
it's resting against like the south end of the room, just past Clovis.
Got it. Okay. First action, I'm going to recall knowledge just to remember if I know to throw the book out the same way I did with the previous librarian.
Sure. Do you have any sort of what kind of lore are you trying to use for this check? Do you have any specific lore that can help you here, like spirit lore or anything?
No, I have.
Because you can roll like occultism. The way it works, right? If you're using like occultism or religion as your check, it's harder. If you have a lore skill that you roll, the DC is a little easier than just rolling the general knowledge check.
My lore skill is mining.
Okay, so it's probably either occultism or religion then.
Okay, I'll do with religion.
Well, she's trying to mine the knowledge of this
Yes,
spirit.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. So here
Mine
we
the
go.
knowledge. Recall
Come
knowledge.
on. Oh boy, 11.
Yeah. Yeah, so you come to the same, so you look around and you're seeing the book not like the books on the body, but you see the books stacked on all these shelves. There's like dozens upon dozens of stacks of books in here. If you were to get all of these books out of the room, likely that would probably free her spirit from its unfinished tasks, right? Every spirit is tied, every ghost like this, every unrestful spirit is tied to a location because of some unfinished business.
Okay. Because I'm getting friggin'...
Yes, you are. So that's what your recall knowledge
Get your
comes up.
shield up.
No, I would, but... Okay. But if this bitch critically hits me again, I would stand up.
Okay.
And then frustratingly say, we gotta get all these books out, but I know we can't. And then raise my shield for my last action.
Okay. So your trident is still on the floor.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm just
need to
pointing that
be
out.
alive.
Yep.
You're better punching him anyway. Maybe you should try that.
Okay. Mukta.
Punch.
All right.
Punching.
So Nulara is up. Does that
Yes.
mean that she's flat-footed again?
Yes.
All right.
Lara's got it's weird because it says the person has to be able to threaten them with like a weapon, but like between the shield and the fist, I think she's threatening enough that yes.
It's Nulara. I mean, she can punch ghosts. So.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
killed the
If I
ghost,
had the chance to punch a ghost.
She killed the ghost once punching it, so.
All right. I'm going. Well, first things first. I'm just going to strike once.
Okay.
You can do
Ah,
it.
that's a miss. That's only a 14.
Oh,
That is going to be a miss.
All right. I heard her say she has a date, right? Clovis, what did you find her holding?
This is what she looks like, by the way.
she was holding a picture with that guy on it. So it's signed "I love you" or "My love."
All right. And I'll yell out, throw it towards me when you can. And I'll spend one action to go into my backpack.
Uh-huh.
And second action to pull out the ever-burning torch.
Okay. Just as a reminder, the ever-burning torch does not put off actual heat.
Yeah, I'm hoping she doesn't know that.
Okay, just making sure we're on the same page. Okay. We are.
Yes, but we are on the same page. But
I just want to make sure we were gonna. Yep.
Bring out flint and steel and trying to like.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys have this conversation. What is she holding the pictures? Give it back to me. She stops and she like looks like she's like facing Nulara, right? And then it does this weird thing where the spirit like spins around in place and just kind of folds in on itself, and suddenly it's facing you, Mukta.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, she says, "What picture? That's mine!" And immediately lashes out at a strike with you.
Attack of opportunity.
You will get one. It'll be an unarmed attack of opportunity.
It's
Ghost
okay.
punch.
I want Mukta to see that I'm gonna punch this ghost.
Oh, that's a 19.
That misses.
That's not a natural 20 for once. That's awesome. So she lashes out at you, misses. Nulara, you do get a chance to punch her.
Mukta,
Ghost punch
check
her.
this out.
You see me? Natural 1.
I'm gonna change my dice real quick.
Natural
That was a
1.
one.
That's a
Oh,
miss.
so I can't see all the blood.
And
And
I'll
then
be like, "Good job, Nulara. Nulara, you really punched that ghost."
she takes her second strike at you, Mukta. Ooh, that's a 15 this time.
And I'm bobbing and weaving.
Yeah, and she's gonna use all 3 actions to just unload on you and miss with every single one. You make it look easy. All right, that's her turn. Hal.
Might be muted.
Yeah.
I will take my turn to use a first level soothe on Nulara because that's what I will do.
Okay.
9 points of healing. That is everything I got. Bye.
Thanks, don't worry.
I
No
hate
one's
to
gonna
point this
die.
out, but I think the lights would have gone out in the first round. Yes.
That's true. Nulara is lit up though.
Yes, but the
But the
dancing
da-
lights would be gone.
The dancing lights are gone. Luckily, Nulara is still
That's
lit.
no more.
Is that what I can do? Oops.
I think so. That was 2 action soothe and a stride, right?
Yep.
All right. I can move one more, but I don't want to get into the darkness. So
Yeah.
that'll do.
Okay.
And I would also have my torch out now as well.
Yes, you got your torch out. All right, Clovis.
I take the picture and I toss it to Mukta.
Okay.
Is that a free action, or are you gonna?
It is. I'm going to say between the two of you, I need you. In the heat of combat, I don't think this is a give me. Let me just find a skill.
That's fair.
I think I need to find a skill. You can walk it over to him if you want, but you'd be walking right through the ghost. But if you want to toss it, I'm gonna have you give me. It's probably an athletics check between the two of you. I'm only gonna set the DC for this athletics check to toss this. You're only tossing it about 10 feet. It's through a ghost and through Nulara, so it's gonna be a DC 8 athletics check. So, Clovis.
Of course, I'm weak. I'm untrained, so it's a crit.
Explain how you frisbee this photo across the room.
Yes.
There, and I take the picture and I lift my leg and I throw it under my leg, up and over Nolara's head, through the ghost, right to Mukta. Like I had done this many times.
So
Awesome.
that's athletics for me as well to catch it? Or
Oh, he rolled a
would
natural
that be
20. It
more
got
of a-
I was gonna have you roll if he didn't hit it to maybe affect how, but no. Natural 20 on the throat. It lands in your hand, like you're like in your bag, getting your torch out, and then the thing just lands in your hand without you even noting it was coming. Just
Nice.
Clovis, I didn't know you had it in you.
Yes. Okay, and then I'm going to take an acid attack on her.
You're going to take an acid. Very good time to do that.
Take some acid.
Okay.
24.
a 24 is going to hit.
Yes.
Oh,
So- Go
Shouldn't
ahead.
be resistant to acid. Oh, nice.
this
Max
acid,
damage.
of course. 7.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, it doesn't heighten until level 3, unfortunately. So yeah, 7 points of acid. The acid like hits her and like splashes outwards. And she actually, believe it or not, she is resistant to the
Resistant
acid too.
to acid, of course it is.
I had to try it though.
Let me just see. Oh, yeah. So but here's the thing. So the initial 7 points of damage does nothing because you resist 7. You add on 1 splash damage, so 1 bit of acid damage eats through to her. But Mukta and Nulara both also take 1 acid damage each as well.
Okay.
All right.
As it splashes out from her and hits everyone around her.
Sorry, guys.
It's
So
okay.
She
I
takes
did
1
forget
point.
that acid splashed on you guys. Even reading it, I thought it was just a creature. So, all
Yep.
right.
Nope, it's just 1 splash
and
means it hits
then
everything
I'll-
around her.
Yep. I'll re-raise my shield.
Well, you already used 3 actions.
Or-
2 for the cantrip, 1 to throw the picture.
Actually, I think you said it was a free action, but you're gonna make this.
No,
Well-
it's not a free action.
Oh, it's still an action. Okay, well that's my turn.
It's an interact action to frisbee the picture.
Yeah.
across the
No,
room,
no argument.
Yeah.
I just misunderstood you.
When I was talking about free action, I was saying you have to roll to see if it happens. But also, it wasn't a free action either way. Yeah. All right, Nulara.
Okay, first action, I'm grabbing my morning
Oh,
star.
I gotta say, as you're standing there, Mukta, and she's bearing down on you, you're digging in your bag as you're dodging her attacks. The picture lands. She sees you now holding the picture that is like something that is prized to her, and you just like see the rage like now deep in her eyes, and she realized that her favorite pupil has betrayed her. It was all a ruse. How dare you, Nulara?
Okay, so I'm sorry. Just to clarify, am I flat-footed because I'm? Never mind. Okay,
You should-
first action, I'm grabbing my morning star.
Yeah, you should not be flat-footed. You shouldn't be prone anymore.
Yeah, I took it out. I don't know why.
I still see it on you.
Yeah.
Prone is on you. I just
Took it
took.
out.
There we go.
I just took prone off you.
I took it out too. Okay. Anyway, First action, pulling out my Morning Star,
Mm-hmm.
and then going off of what I know before or what worked, I'm gonna try and see if this ghost gets hurt by my Morning Star. So
Okay.
second action, Morning Star. Got some rainbow dices.
Oh no! Another natural one.
Okay, it's
Wow.
alright.
Have you already used your hero point?
I have.
Oh my god.
Raising my shield. What is happening? Either this is my karma. No, this is not my karma. I was standing up for myself.
All right, Mukta.
All right. I will
Alright.
look at the ghost
This is rough, guys. Uh-huh.
and
I gotta work.
Is
for
this
that
yours?
level 4.
he's quite handsome. I'll put this back and we'll go. And you leave us alone, yes?
I'm guessing this is the deception check. It's kind of like making a request of someone, but I don't know if if you're being serious, if you're trying to trick her, then it's a deception check. If you're trying to really make this deal with her, then I'll make it a diplomacy check.
Let me see. Give me one moment.
She has a will save DC, so you're trying to target this. Normally this would not work, but you found her like major kind of like weakness.
I am lying, definitely.
Okay. I mean, you did say you were going to pretend to burn it with a burning torch. It all adds up. Give me that deception check.
All right. Because I have 0 diplomacy.
It's the only skill you don't have. Ooh, 24.
24.
19 for 24.
Very nice. So you can see, it's not her turn yet, but you can see in her thing with you holding the torch, looking at the book. She's looking at you, she's looking at the book, she's looking back. She looks very flustered. It looks like your words have hit home in some way.
The book or the picture?
Oh, sorry, the picture, right?
All right.
That's what I meant to say, the picture.
Yeah. And I'll say, I think it's time to leave, everybody, yes? And I'm going to take, I'm assuming that was one action, yes?
Yes.
I'll
think
take
so.
a stride. And I do have the torch, so
Okay.
and I'll be saying as I'm walking away, if you want it, you're going to have to come out here and get it. And I will stride some more.
Okay.
Actually, I'll go here.
All right. Out of her view, out into the darkness.
Well, I am
Owl right there in the middle.
Yeah.
so it would not be darkness anymore.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you do have the torch out. So let's add that to you. There we go.
And then
Oh
Nulara.
god, that's too
Oh,
bright.
Jesus.
I don't like how
And
it
then
defaults to that high.
And I think, yeah,
Yeah, you're so you got the torch. Yeah.
that's my turn.
Okay. So she watches you race out with the book, threatening it. She looks hesitant, right? But she basically floats out to follow you, right? And so she floats away from Nulara. Does Nulara want to take an opportunity attack?
Yes, I'm gonna try.
Okay.
You have your morning star now, at least, so that should
I
help.
know.
Let's see. Nulara strikes out.
Laura, you can
If
do
it
it.
lets
Come on.
me.
If you crit, you'll interrupt her movement, I believe.
Hang on, guys. Moment. Everything is lagging.
Uh-oh.
I know. Ay, ay, ay.
So she in the meantime, she's floating up. She's floating right at you, Hal, because you're right at the door, and she's got like her eyes like set on Mukta, who's run past you.
Yep.
But she's got to come right at you. Ooh, that's a 32.
32. Whew.
It's so close to the one.
It's a hit. It is not a crit.
That's okay.
Wow. She's got like a 23 AC.
Yes, she
there
does.
you go. It's a 6.
Okay. Completely resistant to all that damage.
Okay, so no more.
So it doesn't you swing through, it hits, but it doesn't even feel anything. It just shrugs off all the damage as it flows right at the door, and it tries to float through you, Hal, but as it hits like this doorway, it hits. She like recoils from the doorway like in severe burning pain. She goes, ah! And she like touches her hand out, and every time she reaches out for the door and touches it, like it hurts, and she's like, and she can see Mukta beyond, you know, with the book, or sorry, the painting, and it doesn't like work. So she roars up in anger. She can't get to you. She can't even hit you, Hal, because you're outside the safety zone. So her eyes spin back around, and she takes a stride right back here at you, Nulara, and she takes a strike. Let's see if time is a loop.
Oh,
Nope.
Lord.
That's an 18. She rolled a 2 plus 16 for 18. Does an 18 hit?
It was almost an
Misses.
18. It was almost an 18.
It was very close. She almost hits, but she definitely does not crit this time. And that's all 3 of her actions.
Misses.
That's her turn. Hal.
Okay, friends. I think it's time to go. She can't come past me. I am too strong. She cannot get out. So you guys should just come past me too, and I'll stay right here.
Grab the chainmail.
Shield on myself.
Where are
And
you?
Mukta says, grab the chainmail on your way out. But she's obviously not strong enough to get past me. So come on, let's go. And I will. What is there a dodge action or is there a?
There is not. There's like take cover. I don't think there is.
I will cast
Take
shield
cover, maybe?
on
Yeah, like
myself.
take shield.
I
Okay,
will.
yeah.
And then I'll do a lingering composition to extend my attempt to extend the inspire courage.
Okay.
I'm
Make
not
that
sure if it
front.
runs out this week or this week. I'm not sure it runs out this spring, but I will go ahead and do that.
Just
anyway.
gonna do it again. Okay. Make that performance check.
Test it.
And then that is a failure, so it doesn't use up your point. It just lasts for 1 round.
Yep.
All right, Clovis. Or do you have a third action, Hal?
The chainmail, is that?
Hal, did you have another action? I'm sorry, I might have ended
I
your
think
turn.
I did have another action, but I really can't. Don't know what to pick it. I guess I can try lingering composition one more time. If I
You
can
could
do it.
always recall knowledge.
No, because I'm sure she cannot get past me because I'm standing.
That's
there.
true. Okay.
Too strong, too handsome.
I don't want to ruin my, perception of myself.
Okay.
All right. So
And that is it.
Clovis.
So is grabbing the chainmail an action, or can I just grab it as I go?
No, grabbing anything, interacting with any object is an interact action.
Okay.
So you'd basically be interacting.
Sorry, Hal.
You'd have to be interacting to pick up the corpse because it's a full set of chainmail and it's still being worn on the skeletal creature. So you could grab it and like drag it with you, and like the bones would like break as you ran.
I look at Halarmony. I have the key, so I'm like, oh, sorry. So I give Mushi one action, one of my actions,
Okay.
and I am going to take. I'm going to stride.
Okay.
That's 30, and then I'm going to stride. Take my, or technically Clovis's third action to stride out.
Yep.
Then that gives Mushi action to fly
So
Halarmony?
Mushi
And
flies
get him.
out into the room with you. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it's up to Nulara to grab it.
She's beefy. She can fire, fire
I
person
had to say Mushi.
over the shoulder.
I know.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, can I do that? Just grab the entire skeleton and run away with it?
You can drag it with you as you run. I don't think you're over, like, it. The encumbrance is probably not going to put you over, right? What are you at right now? 7 out of 9. So you could easily grab this skeletal thing and do it. The problem being, it's going to take one action to stride to it. It's going to take one action to grab it. And then it's going to be another action to move, and you don't have any free hands right now. So you're basically dropping your Morning Star to make this work, right?
And we could always
Never
try to
mind.
come back and get it. So
Yeah. Okay.
we know it's here.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
I know.
This is tough.
Before I go though for the road, I'm gonna see if
I'm
I can
thinking,
try
I
and hit
figured.
her.
Okay. Go for it.
For the road.
I thought Nulara
Also,
was
I don't
going
know why
to,
my Morning Star is
get rid of
at
her
a
soul.
plus 13 right now, so I'll just roll a d20 and add plus 11.
Morning Star. I'll take that Morning Star from you.
Does plus 13 not seem right?
No, it's for level 3. It's always been plus 11, unless I'm reading it wrong.
Strength, expert, inspire, courage, potency rune.
Oh,
Inspire Courage is only on the damage roll, though, right?
and
did it on the
attack
hit?
roll.
Attack
Okay.
roll as well.
So that sounds like it could be right.
Okay, try
Oh,
it.
Inspire Courage did it. Nice.
26.
26 will hit.
Oh, even though there's no damage in this one, that's okay. For the road, bitch.
Okay. So,
Just smack her across the face as you leave.
Yeah.
so she takes 3 damage out of the 10 you deal to her, and then at this point, this ghost is like thinning out enough that you think she's probably bloodied.
Don't tempt me like that, Steve. You critted me twice.
For
and I was
max
like,
damage. Jesus.
Yes.
max damage for both of them. And then so I take my stride action to the door, and then before I step into the other room, I'll say, Volok's dead too. Your love's not waiting for you. And then I step out. You can
Okay.
close the door now, Hal.
Nulara can be a little bit vengeful, huh?
Very.
Yeah. So instead of, I'm assuming this is the point where you guys all run, right? Like you're not gonna turn around and fight her. We can like end the narrative combat here, unless there's any
I think
objections.
so.
As long as she can't get out, I will electric arc her, but I don't know if she can get out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So I'll describe what happens, right? Because she's gonna get her turn before you. So she comes fleeing after you, hits the thing again, cannot seem to get out. Like some kind of prison is holding her here. She screams. She's trying her hardest to hit you to do that. She's yelling, "Volok, my love, bring him back to me!"
Because Hal, you're so strong.
And she spends her whole turn trying anything she can to get to you guys, and she can't. Hal, do you want to electric arc her?
You're muted.
I will attempt to step away,
Yep.
and no, I'm actually going to stride because it's a lot further.
Uh-huh.
And I look at them and say, "Do you think she can get out now that I've moved out of the way? If that is the case, we probably should run away. Let's just run away, anyways, because that's what Hal would do. He wouldn't do fish in a barrel. Maybe Clovis will, but I will not. Okay, time to go."
Yes, I think we would.
Wait,
all.
she opened the door?
The door is open. It was never closed.
Oh.
Hal did not close. He was staying in front of the door, but he didn't close it. He just stepped away and left it open. He's basically saying she's a sitting target. She can't leave the room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You want to
No,
just see if we can get her now, or do you guys want to run?
You can try for the road thing.
Look, I mean, I'm all for going back and getting the loot, but Nulara, you don't look so good.
Oh.
All right.
If she critically hits me again, I will literally die.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a no
well-
fish in the barrel?
I don't know how long Halarmony's presence will hold her at the door, so I think we should go.
I am not there now. It looks like she could probably move out anytime.
Exactly. Let's run.
Clovis, really quick, Clovis gives Nulara two blueberries.
Okay. Yep. So the combat draws to an end as you're getting good berries handed to you. She stands in the doorway screaming at the top of her lungs, betrayal, my love, you know, just this normally quiet level of the library. Even as you make your way out, her screams carry and echo in here, alerting anything in the area to her like torment, her despair. But you guys are all immune to her cries thanks to Hal's awesome check early in the combat. And you guys are able to slip out of the library, back up the staircase, catching your breath. You survived somehow. Nulara, you're pretty beat up.
Yeah. I'm
So-
really beat up.
I
It's a
will
good reason
do
for
I-
us to
do I
rest.
lay hands on Nulara because I want
Okay.
to. She gets a 12 back, but she looks like she's pretty exhausted. Mukta, do you think we can trade that picture for that skeleton's closing? Maybe we come back down here and say, "Hey, we've got this. We'll give it back." And you seem to convince her last time. Maybe that is a good time. Maybe I can take it because she can't get past me and say, "Hey, I'll trade you this for that."
We could trade it, but look, we already got some information that this Velek is quite vain, yes?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing we were missing was his image.
Oh, that is true.
I think this
That was very
picture
good.
might be worth more than 1,000 words.
Like how many?
Maybe like
Couple.
1,225, 230, give or take.
Okay. When you read that Z book, you let me know how many.
All right.
It's time to get back to the city. Nulara, you need to take a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have had, it's still pretty early. We're getting out of the vault back up to the surface probably no more than like noon, right? Like it's still midday as you guys kind of crawl out. The sun hits your eyes, they sting as you come up out of the darkness back into like bright daylight. You almost like, oh, I forgot it's still early. But you guys are very well, like, you guys got a lot done in the short time you're down here. Let's just say that you defeated the Cult of the Canker, you retrieved Volek's portrait, you maybe that was it. It felt like a lot. It was about 15 experience worth of stuff.
How much experience?
About 15, right? Whatever you guys needed to level up. So we basically make our way back up to the surface, back to town. As you kind of like come in, town's looking pretty normal. Yeah, I think you guys are all clear to feel free to take your long rest and level up to level 4, guys.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Level 4.
Level 4. Level 4. So let's do that. Let's go to our break because we're right around break time. Let's take our break. We'll take 10 minutes. You guys can update your character sheets to level 4, and then we'll fast forward kind of long rest. So give you guys a moment to sort of RP and reflect on what's happened so far and what you guys want to do next. And we will then figure out what our next moves are. Sound good?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Sounds excellent.
All right. For all of you guys at home, we're taking a 10-minute break. Do not go anywhere. Just a quick friendly reminder, this is the time where if you have not yet, we would love to have your Twitch Prime subscription. You can support our channel. Down below, you get 1 free Twitch Prime sub a month. If you want to give it to us, we're happy to take it. If you want to click down there at the bottom, if you just want to pay out of your pocket, we don't discriminate. We'll take all forms of support. Other than that, let's take a 10-minute break. We'll see you guys at 8:21 p.m. for you West Coasters out there. All right, guys. So Don't go anywhere. Bye.
Ooh, that was a tough fight.
And we're back. Hello out there. Hope you guys had a good break. I know my players were stressing to the max over that fight, just like I was. I did some mental gymnastics. I went and looked up some rules in the downtime to see, oh my god, was Nulara supposed to be dead because the critical condition, and the consensus is no. I did make a mistake in the moment, but not enough that she should have been dead. So when she got crit, she should have gone to dying 2.
Almost.
And then she came back, but she doesn't go to wounded 2. She just goes to wounded 1. So that was correct. We did that correct. And then when you got crit the second time, you went to dying 3. So you were 1 death fail away from being dead. And luckily you were brought back up.
1 more drop.
Yeah. And then the focus was taken off of you and put it on Mukta, and that kind of... And Mukta just said, like, come on, Nulara, what the...
Imagine the odds, though. It's okay.
I mean...
Yeah, that's...
The
Not
odds
just
of me...
2 crits, but the damage
the
was
max
the exact
damage,
same roll.
yeah.
That part was
twice
insane.
in a row,
I feel like it is easier to crit in Pathfinder, for sure.
Of course, yeah. But she rolled natural 20s as well. Like, that was a straight-up natural 20 crit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's the counterbalance to Clovis rolling 3 1s and a 2 on 4d12. I rolled 6 8s on 68.
Wow. I was insane. I didn't even know how to react, to be honest.
So
I actually rolled 2 20s though. That was pretty good. Rolled 2 20s, 1 for throwing the picture, and 1 to find the key and what that picture was.
That's true.
You couldn't roll damage worth of crap though.
Couldn't hit, yeah, she's really tough. She 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 resists like 7 damage on everything except for very specific types of magic and effects. So she is a tough fight, especially for you guys. So we make our way back to town, right? You guys made it back to town. You get to lick your wounds. You get to long rest. You get to level to 4. Now, I know we had some changes. So a lot of you guys are just, leveling up like normal. I know the big change here is that Nulara is changing her archetype.
Yes.
So do you want to tell the fans what you're changing from and what you're changing to?
I've decided to become a bastion, so I'm really leaning into being the tank of this team, using my shield.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, so you were Marshall before.
Yes.
And we picked that before we really knew where characters were going, before we really knew what an archetype was or system. You just kind of blindly made that choice. And after sitting on it for a few months, we're changing up that to something that fits your character better, and I, as a merciful GM, is allowing it to just change over. So
I, as a GM that critted you on max damage, is allowing you to change your archetype in game.
I almost snatched Nulara away from you forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would then he was going to be like, "Here's your architect. You can change it now with your new character."
I think being that close to death changed you forever.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, she's like, I thought it was strong.
So is there anything super important we want to take care of in town? Anything to buy? I know the one thing is, right, we're going from Fire Day into Starday. And on Starday, Clovis, the next day, your armor that you commissioned 4 days ago from the hide of Fresno Kesh the River Drake, although you guys have no way as PCs to know his or her name was Fresno Kesh, but Fresno Kesh the River Drake's hide has been turned into armor that was supposed to be ready for you today. So I believe I actually didn't go back and double check how much it was supposed to cost. I think it was something simple like,
I think it was 12 gold.
Yeah, it was like 12 or 15 gold. It wasn't a ton.
No, I'm pretty sure it was 12 gold.
It was just labor cost because you were providing all the materials.
Right. Yep.
So we'll call it 12 gold. So I think that's probably what we crossfade to as you guys kind of rest the night, treat wounds, all your healing's all done, everyone's back up. And then Clovis, we crossfade to Clovis at like going to the Stone Ring Pond to pick up your hide, right? And as you're approaching Clovis, you hear a bit of a loud commotion from like up ahead, and it looks like there's a man that's here, and he's berating and yelling at all of the druids here. And he's just pointing at him and saying, you know, it's your fault that she's gone. I don't want to hear your apology. She's never coming back, and that's on you. And he like turns and is like leaving the market, like leaving the Stone Ring Pond kind of as you're coming up. And he's like got a very stern face, and he's looking at you, Clovis.
Problem? What's going on?
He like stops and sizes you up and down, and he says, let me ask, you one of these druids?
Do you? You're yelling at these guys for?
These guys were responsible. They killed my wife. Don't hang out with them. And then he pushes past you. And just make a general perception check for me, Clovis.
It is a grade 2 for 14.
14. He looks somewhat familiar, but you can't quite place him. You feel like you've seen him around town before, but you don't remember where or why. And he like moves past you like to go back towards town, and you kind of approach, and your friend is there, and he's just, you know, he's the pug, and he's just like, I do apologize for that. He has a hard time letting go of grudges and mistakes. 30 years, you think he'd learn to move on?
30 years. Holy crap. So, but killed his wife. Is that true?
It is. So 30 years ago, Kalino, him and his wife settled here in Otari, and basically somebody was doing terrible murders in town. And everyone was trying to solve them. Nobody knew where they were coming from. Turns out it was one of us. It was a druid from at the Storming Pond that had showed up, was kind of using us as cover. And in reality, he was a werewolf. And on every full moon, he would, you know, kill someone in town. And his wife, unfortunately, was one of the murders. And look, we spent 30 years making up for it to the town, trying our best to repair and make amends. Most people understand. They don't hold it against us. Listen, we took this werewolf, we ran him out of town all the way to the cliffs and chased him off the cliff, and he fell to his death in the waters below. 30 years ago, you think he would find peace with that. So we just let him come.
Yeah.
We just let him come and vent when he needs to vent.
A werewolf.
He's not in the wrong.
No, I get that.
But I wish for his sake he would find a way to make peace with it.
But it's, you know, I get it. It's not like the whole group is not like everybody was out killing people. You just had a bad apple.
It's not like we are a sect of werewolves or anything.
Or are you?
Anyway, let's get you your armor. And he kind of takes you over, and they've sewn out a nice stitched cloak made from like this thick river drake flesh, right? He had very thick, not quite dragon scales, because the drakes don't fully have the scales like a dragon would, but it's kind of a slicker, thicker skin, hints of like scale like material, a very like deep green. And as he goes to put it on you to kind of slide it over your shoulders, it lands on you and it weighs you down like a lot. It's a very hefty sort of armor that you have required. And they tell you this should be, you know, something that you will carry with you on your adventures for a long time. Like, this is a good trophy. And to use, you know, the bodies of your deceased is, well, that is the way of the druid. So he holds out his hand for his 12 gold.
Up to 12 gold in his hand. And well, this is great workmanship. I Greatly appreciate it.
Are you sure there's no like pigeon right on Clovis's shoulder that might, insight check.
The meta pigeon.
About the werewolves or the...
I am adding the river drake hide to your inventory and equipping it and investing it.
Very nice.
Oh wait, nope. Sorry, I put it on Mukta. Mukta, you look good in it.
Hey, Mukta, here you go, buddy. That pigeon was awesome.
I don't know why we are 19 episodes in and I still mix up Mukta and Clovis all the time.
I mean,
We look so similar,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we came in at the same time.
Yeah.
My elegant elven features,
Oh wait. No, is that not right? No, I did it twice in a row. Everyone watching my stream is like, what is this idiot doing? I swear I did it wrong, and then I'm like, oh, let me open up Clovis, and I did it right, and it did not work. It just went right back to Mukta.
So, Richard, meta-wise, you were on the werewolves or what?
Nah, it's when he said we're not a
Yeah,
clan
I
of
was
werewolves.
gonna do that. And I was like, should I? Yeah, I probably.
So I will say you are now encumbered. You're carrying 8 bulk worth of equipment, Clovis. So you're gonna have to unload, some of your old stuff. They'll give you 1 gold for your old leather armor if you'd like to sell it to them.
Let's do it.
Okay. They put it on display and they're like, wow, this is the leather armor of Clovis, the Drake Slayer. And they're like, and they like are really into like this, and they're gonna like pass it on for generations to come. So
they're going to get his scent and they're going to track him down.
Somewhere in Otari, Mukta's nose kind of itches when they call Clovis the Drake Slayer.
Even now, even with that leather armor gone, you're still weighed down mostly because you got this new staff that's like weighing you down quite a bit. So let's do that. Let's cover this magical item that you gained last adventure that you have not yet identified. So in town, hitting your contacts up, figuring it out, you get a staff of necromancy. So that's the staff that you found off of Nakazarin. So you can look at it. It has some cantrips built in. It has some 1st and 2nd level spells built in that you can cast. The staff has like a number of charges in it. So the way staffs work, right? What's the highest level spell slot you have
it
right
on
now?
there with
2, right?
Okay.
That is correct.
So at level 2, with 2nd level spell slots, your staff, when you prepare it for the day, gets 2 charges. So and it costs 1 charge to cast a 1st level spell and 2 charges to cast a 2nd level spell.
It's an actual weapon. Okay.
It's an actual weapon you can hit with, but it holds magic. And if you want, you can, when you start the day, you can give up spell slots to give your staff more charges to cast more spells from it. So you have the staff of necromancy. It's pretty valuable. I mean, if you look at it, the price tag on it is 230 gold.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice magic item. It's just whether you keep it or not is up to you. Was there any other items that you guys have not yet identified that I can clear up?
My bulk's down to 5, so I'm actually good now.
We do have some things on the trade character that we should probably sell because they're not in anyone's bulk.
That's true. Did you just throw your club on the ground? Or javelin? Or what'd you give up?
Javelin.
You just like dropped a javelin.
I took it and I just saw. I wanted to see how far I could throw it.
Okay.
I wanted all the druids to see me chuck it.
Perfect.
He threw it on the ground.
For the werewolves. If I ever see a werewolf, they're dead.
Yeah. So most of the stuff in your party bulk, most of the stuff in the party loot has no bulk attached to it.
Okay.
The only thing that has any bulk that I see is like a scroll, like a light bulk scroll, and a bunch of small pieces of treasure, which is probably negligible. Maybe the succubus statue probably should have like some bulk to it, but if you guys want to cash that in for cash, you can.
We still have the theater gym in there, so yeah, we still have some stuff sitting in here. Crafter's eyepiece, that's 60 gold.
Did you want to get a different kind of staff besides this staff right here? I thought you wanted the staff of healing, not the staff of killing.
I want the staff of killing in one hand and the staff of killing in the other.
I mean, we sell these things. We can get enough, maybe close to what you wanted to purchase for the staff of healing. I think that would be very good, considering Nulara still has a little bit of blood on her ear right here. Let me get that for you.
What? Oh, thanks.
That is a good idea.
Nulara, I have to say,
Should go find out how much it costs for it.
Yes.
that, I mean, punching that ghost was quite magnificent.
I have no idea what happened to. I don't know. It was a bad day. I'm chucking it up to a bad day.
Yeah, you seemed quite put off on, having to transcribe those books. I mean,
How I saw it was Clovis and I were minding our own business. We were looking at what was right in front of us. And then instead of politely, getting our attention, she just started yelling.
right. She reminded me a bit of my older sister, Lyra. So I think I kind of fell back into old habits.
And she did have that picture of Valak. Maybe Valak is not an easy lover. I don't know.
Your older sister scares you, Mukta?
Well, she's the oldest of all of us, so she was a bit of a taskmaster. She was in charge of the younger ones' education and such. So, yeah, she reminded me a bit of Lyra.
Nulara, if you will, in this moment, right? You've had a whole day to sit and think and process this. You know that part of your kind of internal challenge, your quest, that you have felt some sort of connection with this spirit inside of this shadow that's guiding you to do stuff. It got really happy the last time you put that soul to rest, right? And you think on that. Can you make me a general religion check if maybe you can figure out something about this soul, this ghost?
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to ask Rin if maybe she.
Yeah, that could be arranged.
But if Pharasma can help me,
we'll see if Pharasma can help you, and if not, we can talk with Rin.
I will take it. What is wrong?
Pharasma does not help in this case. It just I guess you don't learn anything new. Your mind goes back to the books. The last lady had a job that she was constantly compelled to do, and once you cleared out her workspace, that did it for her, right? This lady is probably the same thing. She was really excited to have Mukta and you guys translate these books. So if you guys could either remove the sort of thing that's distracting her or complete the task for her, it would probably help her transition, because at the core, the same thing Rin's always told you, what keeps a ghost anchored here is some kind of unfinished business, some trauma that was unresolved. So if they die a traumatic, stress-induced death, their soul has more of a chance to kind of haunt an area. And if you can resolve that for them, it'll help them. But probably the books.
I'm not hearing her right now. No.
So, Steve, how would you handle...
You have the blood in here still.
Yeah, you still got,
Yeah.
How would I handle?
Player hunches, right? So, it's not us rolling to see it, but, if we, as a player, have a hunch, what might work?
I have no problem with you guys making player hunches. The only thing that kind of irks me is if you guys have a player hunch and then you make a roll and then get conflicting information and then just go with your player hunch instead. Yeah. I feel like if you commit to a roll, then it's on you guys to role play that into that's what your character believes. But if you want to make a player hunch without any sort of roll, I'm not going to force you to make a roll to deduce anything.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Staff of healing, is it in any of the stores?
The Stone Rig Druids have it in stock at their store, yeah.
Also, the stone. That's not one of the stores in here, right?
It is.
It is a
Yes?
store.
Up here.
It was. Didn't you see it on your left on the way out?
I
I mean, we turn around and look.
I walked right by it.
So
Right by it.
a staff of healing costs 90 gold. Your staff of necromancy is worth 230 gold. If you try to sell it, you can get like half for it. So you could trade the staff of necromancy for the staff of healing plus some cash for the difference. Are you sure you don't want a staff of necromancy?
Of course, I want one.
So yeah, so staff of necromancy, it has chill touch, grim tendrils, ray of enfeeblement, deafness, and gentle repose as spells in it. It also gives you a +2 to identifying necromantic magic.
That would be good for Halarmony.
So is that something you want to do? We can just do that. We can just trade it out.
I don't want to carry a staff. I have to play my lute.
But that's true. Unless you can put the loot on the end of your staff and play it together.
That is true.
So
I hollow it out and make that noise that those people over there make.
So Clovis, as you try to haggle here, why don't you do me a favor and make a diplomacy check? We'll see how much of a deal you can get. Hal's back in town, like silver tonguing his way everywhere, but like this is on Clovis and the Druids. This is his world.
You got this.
Oh!
What'd you get?
It's my third one tonight. That is a 20
Wow.
for 27.
A natural 20 for 27. So yeah, the Druids, they're in
20.
this, man. So they
I think
are.
It's a family thing tonight. It's a family night.
So with this thing, you're gonna get. They'll trade you the staff of necromancy. They're gonna give you the staff of healing, and they're gonna give you like 60 gold on top of that.
Wow.
Is that a deal?
Yeah. But what are they taking?
The staff of necromancy. We were trading staffs out, right?
Yeah, because Halarmony did not want to carry that staff. So yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so why? Oh, I know why. Yeah, I'm just gonna add one to your sheet. It's trying to buy it, I think, and you don't have enough money to buy it. So, anyways, yeah, I'll do that. So, yeah. So as I'm doing this,
put the gold on there first, and okay.
Yeah. So as I'm doing this, like you guys, maybe discuss like what your next step's going to be going back to the Abomination vaults.
Where are we right now?
Wherever you want to be.
Aren't we at the Ratty Rockfish or the Crook's Nook? Whichever one is better to taking care of you, or which one is ever closer to the bath place? Because obviously you had to take a bath. But what do we need to do to get that shiny armor from that person in the book place?
We need to defeat her. I was trying to figure out. I wanted to ask for Asma earlier how to do it, but I don't know. Like you said, there was still some blood in my ear. But right now, the only thing I can think of is either we follow suit with what Mukta did, or we just destroy the whole room. It worked last time.
I can distract her with this picture of Volok, and you guys can run the books out. And
perhaps we need to. Perhaps we can trade it with the chain, or do you have to like? Oh, you did with that other lady at the hall, in the other hall. Do you need to make her like glow and sparkly and disappear, or whatever?
Yeah, we need to make her glow and sparkly and disappear. Essentially, we need to get her soul at peace. The reason why they're echoes, and just keep repeating the thing that's tying them down here the most. I guess hers is asking people to transcribe a bunch of books in her library.
She was really nice to Mukta in the beginning. That's because he was sitting down like a good boy? Or were you standing up and the table was just tall? I could not tell from the Zidor.
I had to stand though. Yeah, it was. I didn't want to sit and have my legs swinging, and then I had to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just standing. But
Well, do we want to go back there and see if we can trade for the shiny armor, or do we need to do something else?
I
I'd
don't
like to
think we
get back there.
trade. I think this picture might be worth more to us later on than that shiny armor. I mean, I can't wear that shiny armor. Nulara probably can, but
I mean,
It looked like a chain shirt. As like if you're looking at inventory, like types of armor, it's a chain shirt.
maybe we make her sparkle and disappear, and then we could just take the armor. So,
But how are we going to do that? I mean, she tried to yell at you, and I yelled back, kind of. And then she, like, smacked Nulara one side, and the next side.
No.
so Hal, you stand in the doorway again, yes, and block her from coming out, and then the rest, and then someone maybe can hold the picture so she keeps trying to get out, and then the other two can run in and out, bringing the books out, right?
But why do we need the books come out? Why do we need them to come out?
That's what Nulara said. You said that's what needs to have her at peace. Either we finish the task or we get rid of the task, right?
Oh,
No books
Exactly.
to transcribe, no task to be done.
I did not hear that part. I can just stand there at the end and just have my little hand go and just pull the books one by one.
That's true.
I don't know. She can't get past me, so you guys can all hide behind me. That would be perfect.
That's true. But you know what? There's a part of me that feels that I need to make right how I treated her earlier. I did just realize that her soul wasn't at peace, and the reason why I'm here at this moment is because I need to help these people transition. Oh, she's just so rude.
Are all
go give her a hug
Nulara?
now, or-
Are all souls we're saving?
God.
Yeah. Nulara, are all souls we're saving or not?
I don't know. I asked you that question, but you rarely answer me.
Mm.
Again, no answer.
Who is she talking
See?
to? Mukta's looking around very confused.
Maybe I see another comment. Perhaps she took a blow on the inside and it's bleeding out. That's what's coming out
That's
of the
true. We should probably get her wounds looked at.
I don't get it. You know, I do what you say. I've been training. I follow the maker. I was in that freaking mausoleum forever.
She did take 2 pretty hard blows.
Nothing.
I don't.
It is true. Well, they were more than pretty hard.
Mukta's gonna take Nulara's hand because she's probably much taller than him.
Mhm.
I look up at her. Nulara, it's going to be okay. We're going to get your head looked at, and then we'll put the spirit to rest, huh?
My head's okay. What are you talking about?
Shh. You rest.
What are you doing? Okay.
So does that mean we're heading back down to the scriptorium?
Before though, is it okay if we ask Rin, maybe her or Elanir can figure something out about like these spirits in general and like how we can defeat them? Because
Potentially,
they-
yeah, we can. The problem with Rin is her schedule. She's very nocturnal. She stays up
Right.
all night and she sleeps all day. So early in the morning, the next day, she's probably out. But Elanir might be up.
Yeah, I mean, he was the one that found out about the glass window. He was the one that found out about the glass windows before. So.
Sure. So what would you like to ask Elanir? So you go to Rin's hut, right? She's tucked in for the night. He's like late night, like usual.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer not to wake her, but I can if it's an emergency. Let me know.
Yeah. Elanir, do you remember those creatures that we fought before at the chapel? we were able to figure out how to defeat them. And now we've encountered a couple of ghosts down the dungeon already. And every time we try to fight them, fighting them doesn't get us anywhere. Like, we have to think outside the box to keep ourselves alive. So maybe you can help us figure out how to hurt them.
And by ghosts, you mean incorporeal spirits, like things that literally float, resist all your damage, right? Well, have you tried one of these? And he like goes up to the shelf and he pulls it off, and he's got like a glowing rune on a thing, and he says, "This is a ghost touch rune. You affix it to your weapon, and it specifically helps you to damage the incorporeal."
Oh,
we have some for sale.
how much are
it? 75 gold each.
what?
Maybe you can put it on your fist.
So, like, if you look at Rin's
What are you
Wonders,
talking about?
there is a ghost touch rune that you can look at, and just like a +1 rune or anything like that, you can basically attach it to your weapon. It gives the weapon ghost touch, which basically means most like spirits and ghosts and things like that, they have not only like they don't resist the damage, but they usually have specific weaknesses to ghost touch weapons.
Mukta, do you want one for your weapon as well? I mean, we're both.
The only thing that he does worry, he says, just one thing I have to say: if you put the ghost touch rune on your weapon, you can interact with the like it'll actually hit the ghost form, right? Because now it'll make contact. But that means that the ghost itself can interact with your object, so it would be able to pick up your sword if you affix the ghost touch rune to it. So don't let the ghost steal your weapon and use it against you, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure.
So don't leave like, a trident laying in the room.
Yeah.
No,
after
certainly
passing
not.
out. Yeah, I know.
Well, we could also we have returning runes for your trident if you'd like to affix a returning rune.
No,
Your
I'm
trident always
actually
come
very
back.
poor. I don't think I can even afford the ghost touch. I just bought a shield.
Well,
It's a bad day for me today.
We can
certainly
sell
a
some of
shield
them.
is more important than making sure that your weapon can deal with spirits.
We have some treasure left over from, previous delves if you think it's necessary. Or we can try to just, make it sparkle and disappear without, punching it.
Yeah, but I'm worried about, when we get deeper into the dungeon, and then what if the answer isn't as easy? What if it's not just throwing away the books?
Like, for sure, having one of these runes is like pretty important to you guys, whether that means you buy it right this minute. This is like me of saying, hey, there's this thing here that's probably something you guys as players should know about, right?
Yeah.
How many runes can a weapon have on?
So there's actually a rule for this, and so if it has I think it's tied to the potency rune. So if you have a +1 weapon, it can have one of these runes on it, and if you have a +2 weapon, it can have 2 runes on it.
Okay.
So I don't think you'd be able to have like a +1 striking ghost touch weapon, right?
Okay. But if we have something that made it +1, then we can.
Like, for instance, Nulara has a +1 Morning Star that she could put the ghost touch rune on, and then still have the trident as a +1 striking weapon.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because so I have a plus. Okay, so it's like I couldn't put it on my short bow because it already has the +1 weapon potency rune on it, right?
No. So the +1 weapon potency means it has space for one other rune.
Okay. I mean,
so I need to double check that, because there's a thing called there's a whole set of runes. Like, there's fundamental runes, which are things like +1 resilient. Yeah. So this is called a property rune. So I think that's right. I think what I said is right, but I could be wrong. Okay. Criminal Matrix in chat is saying you would be able to have a +1 and striking because they're both potency runes. That's interesting. Is that, if that's true, then that definitely makes sense.
I'll look up at Nulara, and I mean, we have some of this party treasure that.
I know. I just feel bad that so far, I've only been the one spending that treasure. No.
I mean, you being able to kill the ghost before it kills you, and then the rest of us is pretty well worth it in my regard.
You know what? No. Where is everyone?
Yeah, so
Is Hal taking a bath?
I think because the their fundamental rules are property. So ghost touch is a property, so you could lay ghost touch on any of your weapons, basically. Yeah. Criminal Matrix looks
you
to be
guys
right.
both get it. With all the ghosts we're running across, and you guys
don't
on the
think-
front
Yeah.
line.
I don't think we have
That's
enough
what I
treasure to get more than one at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
If we get
Yeah.
one, we can come back. How much are they again?
75 apiece.
gold.
75 gold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then our party food, if there anything
Maybe
else in there
maybe
we could-
Hal can
anything
talk
that we
him
could
down a little
sell?
bit to something a little more reasonable in price.
Right.
You guys
And-
go way
and if
back
I'm-
to
am
the
I-
beginning of the campaign.
Am I back with them now?
Yeah, you're back. Everyone's back together.
So
I'll ask
I made
Hal.
some money off of
Mhm.
for this, and
Oh.
I have some gold
that's
that I can throw in.
Clovis comes back
Oh.
just 60 gold
Just
in his
like-
hand.
What the?
I'm like,
Oh, and he's wearing a snazzy new hide armor.
yeah, you guys like?
Look
What do you
at
think?
you. You're
Looks very
handsome.
good.
Very nice.
Very good
Dripping.
job.
Still smells kind of the same, but yeah, you look great.
I got yeah, smell good.
Did Mushi get a new
Some,
outfit
I got
as
some-
well?
Oh,
He's got the
no.
like the, they made him a little outfit with the scraps, you know,
Mhm.
The
all
little
the
scraps.
trimmings.
Sure, why not?
That would be cool.
So yeah.
So, yeah, I got some gold that I could throw in if need be.
I think it's pretty important.
I would agree. Maybe we can sell some of this stuff for a little
Yeah.
bit more than what we got it for.
So
There's this. I think Rin would be quite. Elenir, is it? We've met I'm new to the group, but
You're my replacement.
You met before.
yes,
Right.
we have this very interesting statue. That look, I've visited Rin quite a few times whenever I'm in Otari. We share interest in interesting items, and
Yes.
I have a feeling this would be something right up her alley. I mean, Hal, tell him about the succubus statue.
Now, is this you guys aiding each other, or is Hal the one making the check here?
I was giving the intro and then passing the succubus
Passing the-
statue off to Hal.
Yeah.
He's opening the case and then now.
Yep.
I thought you wanted to give this to, how do you say? I thought you wanted to give this to Meta, or maybe he's going to give it to your other girlfriend or my brother, perhaps. Oh, do you want to buy it, Elenir? I mean, we could sell it to you if
Make a
both of them is
diplomacy.
already
Make a diplomacy check
Okay.
here.
okay.
He's already friendly with you, so it's pretty easy to get him to go do things in your favor. I think it's worth normally, 35 gold?
Something like that. So I can use performance with.
You're gonna like use your music and
Make an
spin a
impression?
tail? Yep.
Yep.
So you bust out your guitar and start strumming
Let me
along
tell you a
a
story.
song. Yeah.
Let me sing you a tune about this guy from the desert and his friendly succubus.
Okay. And so so he looks kind of nervous as you start like singing and playing the music kind of loud, and he's constantly looking back over his shoulder like at the house where Rin is currently sleeping as you start playing music. But did you make the roll? Diplomacy? 30. Wow, you're pretty good at this. He's like, listen, I'll give you what is it worth? 35?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'll give you 40 gold, just don't wake Rin up. We got a deal.
I will sing much more quietly for 45. What do you think about that?
Ooh, you're
Don't
pushing your
stand
luck here.
So close to me.
You strike a hard bargain deal. 45 gold.
Okay,
Nice.
very good. 45. Thought Mary was going to pay 50. You got yourself a good deal, Eleanor. You are smart as they come.
All right, 45 gold takes your party loot up to 83.
and then we give him the gold right back as we're gonna buy the ghost.
Yep. So
Hal's going to negotiate a better price on that ghost stuff.
you want to push your luck and negotiate a bit? He'll as part of that 30 and all wrapping this into one kind of roll, he'll drop the ghost touch rune from 75 gold down to 60.
That is perfect.
Plus the extra gold for that. I think that's a good deal.
Yep. He likes you guys. Ren supports you. It makes sense. It would be easy for you to get a discounted rate here. So 60 gold for each ghost touch rune you guys want to buy. How many are we buying?
Wow.
Clovis pulls out 60 gold out of the money he just got. I said, I'll buy one of them.
Okay.
I guess we'll get at least 2.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's
Sounds
both
like a
of
plan.
them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
I don't want to see her
It's
fall
it.
down again, Clovis.
it's in Ren shot, Clovis. So you can go ahead and buy it and add it to your character sheet.
What's that? No, give it to let me give that to Mukta.
Right, but you got to be the one to buy it so it deducts the gold from you, right? Otherwise, I got to go in and
so-
manually do it.
2%. So
Did you hand me the money for it, or is it on the trade character? I don't
It's on the
know.
trade character. It's on the party loot.
So we're at Ren's.
It looked like it was already taken away.
I took the Succubus statue away and added 40 gold.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So let's see if I can. I don't know if it'll let me drag this to the trade character or not. If I do the trade, like, I feel like the shopping doesn't work well as the GM. So
It's ghost touch, right?
yes,
So if I do this, it's going to deduct 75,
it did.
though, right?
that's true. So then just add 15 back. All right. So I took the 60 gold away, and actually I was able to buy it to the trade character as a GM, which is kind of cool.
Yep. Very
So
cool.
now the ghost touch rune is in there, and you guys can affix it to one of your weapons.
Cool.
And then Clovis, you have one too now.
Can you move it?
Yeah, I'll add it to the trade character. So now there's 2 ghost touch runes on the party loot, and you guys can drag it to your character sheets. And then
15 gold going.
if one of you guys needs to make a crafting check. You know what? Screw it. I'm not going to do the crafting check. It's going to succeed eventually. So
I take out the crafter's eyepiece that we have,
Yeah.
oh yeah, very
And
nice.
we do have that. Yeah.
and
Guarantee success.
yes,
Yeah. Although Nulara, your shield is still kind of banged up, right? The crafter's
No,
eyepiece could be.
Oh,
You got to use a crafting check to repair the missing hit points on it, right? I'm just gonna assume it happened
Yes.
off screen and you guys did it.
mhm. Yeah, during the downtime.
Yeah. So if you go to whatever weapon you're gonna add it to, right? If you edit the weapon, and then you go to details, you'll see where it says property rune first. Then you can add ghost touch to whatever weapon you're adding it to, and then edit the name of the weapon so it says like ghost touch, so we know.
Wait,
So-
I'm trying. So I'm on. Oh no.
property rune. Okay.
So yeah, so now we've got some of our weapons affixed with the ghost touch rune. What's our next move? Are we going back to get the chainmail? You're muted, Rich,
first,
but it sounded like you said yes. We're going back to the chainmail.
we're resting for the night, right?
We're already in.
did that.
It's already Saturday. It's already Starday. So yeah, we rested for the
okay.
night.
Can I have said the night before I would?
No.
Is there anywhere maybe that someone would want to maybe gamble a little bit to relax?
So, as a matter of fact, there's a nice fishery by the name of the Otari Fishery that in the day it serves like fish and it kind of houses like where all the sailors do their fish haul for the day, but at night they put all the fish away, they bring out the tables, and the whole place turns into a sort of like a gambling hall, like a not really underground, like the law kind of looks the other way. It's kind of not really illegal. So yeah, if you were to go to the Otari Fishery, you could absolutely find some gambling.
And being my connections that I have in town from previous times I've come here, I would probably know of this gambling then.
Yes, it's not strictly associated with the Thieves Guild here. It's not, the Thieves Guild's got their fingers in everything though.
Yeah, but it's not quite above board, so it's something that would be in my radar, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I would like to go there.
While you're there, you see Carmen Rajani gambling like at the tables, right? And just being belligerent. And you make eye contact with his new babysitter, who you've seen around town. He makes eye contact with you, and then the way he looks at Carmen and gives you like an eye roll, he's kind of telling you like, "Hey, thanks for sticking me with this job, buddy."
I kind of like give him like that kind of like sorry like shrug and grin.
Mm-hmm.
And I go up to the proprietor of the establishment and hello, friend. How is your evening going tonight?
Oh, it's going great. I mean, things have been great around here. Fishing hall's good. Everyone's in a good mood. Looking to make some money tonight. What can I put you down for? High stakes poker?
I'm actually not much of a gambling Yusoki myself, but I respect the hustle. I prefer more assured ways to get my gold through my skills. But I was wondering, do you have any playing cards for sale?
Playing cards for sale? Well, I mean, sure. And she's like, I have like a regular shipment that comes through here. Are you looking for like used cards? We have some old used cards that we could probably give it to you at a discount. Or are you looking for like a fresh deck of cards?
Used cards would be just fine.
Now, I just gotta say, I can't guarantee that all 52 cards are present in these used decks. And I can't guarantee they're not marked up. We try to switch them out as we, think people might be marking them and palming them.
They're more for showmanship than for actual playing, so.
Perfect. I have exactly what you need. And she kind of like pulls out like a box of old used cards. And you can see that they've basically like marked them. They like take a dagger and just stab it through the middle of the deck to make like a big hole through it so they know it's not to be used anymore. And there's just a bunch of like old used decks that is out of rotation that she will give you at half off.
I'll take 5 if they have them. What's the price on that?
Well, it says the price is normally 5 silver, so she'll give you these used decks for 2 silver each.
2 silver each, so 5. That would be gold.
One gold, yeah.
I'll take 1. I'll take the 5 then for 1 gold.
So I think if you, I think I can add that to your character sheet for you.
All right.
Okay. Perfect. So that we cut back to from that flashback scene, and you see Mukta like shuffling cards, or like what's he doing with the cards the next day?
Yeah, I mean, you see him kind of shuffling one deck, kind of in between like both of his hands for a bit, and then slip them into the pocket of his robes.
There you go. 5 decks of playing cards. Enjoy, Mukta.
All right.
Okay. Back to
Revenge
the vault.
tour.
So, our group cautiously goes back to the Abomination vaults, descending the same kind of path you guys have been taking, right? You pass through the main keep, you head to the back room, you descend 1 floor into the darkness, you go to the mysterious room with Borbo floating in the tank, still ominously watching you as you pass in and out of here with his lifeless eyes just open on you. Through the secret door that Clovis found, descend down the staircase, and you are now outside of the room that you just fled the day before. Again, you didn't close the door. The door has been closed once more.
If we peek in, is she still there?
So this door that's closed, right? You go to open it and peek in, it doesn't give. It feels like they've barricaded the door again.
Wait, sorry. Where is this again?
This is the staircase down from Apolic's office back into like the main library. It was barricaded yesterday as well.
It was barricaded last time we went in there. Yeah, they keep barricading it.
So it seems that there's at least someone on the other side still barricading this thing.
That's weird. I thought we killed all of them already. I guess not.
Obviously, somebody running around.
It's not hard. Like, you open the door, like give it a little push, and you do see the barricade still there, but like on the barricade, there's like a little note written in common, and it's just kind of scrawled out in like very nice handwriting. And it says, don't kill us. We give up. Leave us alone. And it's just left there on this barricade for you guys.
All right. So should we grab everything in that room first,
I think,
then head deeper?
I mean, you want to put that spirit to rest, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
yeah,
want that armor, so let's do it.
Yep, so you make your way again through this hallway. It's still quiet. You kind of creep up away from Belcora's office towards the restricted section again, enter through, and you're standing in this sort of restricted section library with all the books. The Temple of the Cankers to the north. That like the door leading to this ghost lady's office, the book lady, is down there. And as you enter this space, you can see the door is still open.
Can we see her from here?
So Nulara kind of steps in from the room and like peeks in, and you can see this ghostly spirit kind of hunched over the skeletal remains of the body, with like her hands like in her like ghostly head and face buried in her hands as she weeps and cries over her own dead body.
Is it safe to assume that this dead body is like she thinks it's her love Volek?
No, it's her.
It's hers, I think.
Okay. Oh.
Right.
Okay.
And like, so again, to talk about like the light situation, right? So what is your guys' light? You got Nulara, you're still lit up, right? Like you have the light on your shield like usual, lighting up the way. And then
It depends on Clovis. Did you light up my shield?
I cast light on the shield for you.
Yeah.
And we have Hal controls dancing lights in there if need be.
I think we might need to put the new tokens out, yes?
Possibly. Yeah, let me just drag and drop the new tokens then.
Oh yeah, because my token wasn't at full hit. Nulara was still bleeding.
Just seeing her is giving me
There's clones.
Yeah. Anxiety. Oh, it's gotten dark all of a sudden.
Yeah, so
Nulara.
Yeah, that was the bad part about switching out the tokens is now now the light's not there anymore. So okay. So I'm getting these tokens fixed up. What are you guys doing in the meantime? Lara's got the light on her. I think you guys should have all of your level 4 tokens now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got
Yes.
two mooshies. So.
4. Yep, we're good.
Nulara, what can you see? What is
I
she
see
doing?
her. She's crying over the skeleton that had the chainmail.
Yeah, and as you see her crying over this body, you can hear just like my love, where have you gone? Why have you not come back to me? And then the light of your like kind of like glowingness kind of hits in the room, and then you see her kind of like her face does that weird thing where like it looks through itself again, and the whole body like reforms, and she's facing you again, and you just see like streaks of like ghostly tears in her face, and all of that sadness is replaced with anger the moment she lays eyes on you guys. And
yeah.
She basically gets up and then is gonna start charging right back at you guys again.
If she can get up.
Hal, quick,
do you
get to
have
the
your
door.
hand?
Not yet. I don't think so. I'm worried that she's going to scream one more time.
Yeah, I'll protect you.
I mean,
She can't get past me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nulara,
she
you
can't
gonna
get
try
past
to,
Hal.
Don't get
Laura, are
too
you
close.
gonna try to save her soul, or what are we doing?
She gets to the door
Um,
again. She can't get out. She's screaming,
Trying to-
wailing, trying to get out as much as she can. She can't. She's trapped in this room.
Can I zap her with the electric arc?
Yeah, give me an electric arc attack. Is it a save or an attack?
It's a save. It is now a DC 20 reflex.
Okay. Reflex save. She gets a 31 and critically succeeds and takes no damage.
Okay. It doesn't look like I can do it.
But like as you zap her and the thing, like she dodges it and she looks at you and she realizes the futility of her situation, you actually watch as she basically like disappears back into the room and she looks like she floats out the east wall and is gone.
I want to now cast the mage hand and see if I can pick up the books and bring them back out the room.
Yep. So one by one, like Hal is sitting here and like fishing the books out into the hallway, using the mage hand, and it seems like no problem. Like you just go through, pull book by book. What's the range on your mage hand? Probably quite a bit, right?
I think you might be muted, Hal.
I don't,
It says 30 feet range.
Yep.
So you can get all the books in the first half of the room, but your mage hand doesn't quite get to the back half of the room. So the only way to do this safely would be to kind of put yourself in the room. But we'll say for the time being, you basically are pulling out, like fishing all the stuff off these desks one by one. The rest of your crew is behind you, like watching this. Every so often she like pokes her head like out of the room and is just kind of like, "Stop! What are you doing?" And then immediately you hit her with some sort of like attack, and then she just disappears back through the wall, and you fish out half the room, no problem.
I wonder if like she's I wonder if she can get past the second half of the back half of the room, since the first half of the room doesn't have the books anymore.
We can
Try.
always try.
You could always try to rush in. Like these desks are just desks; they're not like stationed, like bolted down. So if you ran in, Nulara, and just grabbed it and pulled the desk as fast as you could, you might be able to drag this desk out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll try.
Okay.
Ah.
You're muted, Rick.
You're going to say that a lot. So I'm going to try to play a different tune on my lute, just in case the ghost comes back out. And I want to extend it or write lingering composition, and I will do inspired defense.
That's
Instead.
new.
Whoa,
Make that
that's
performance
so
check.
tanky.
You're level
Alright.
4, so the DC is now 19 for your performance. 19 is what you needed. That's a success. So that's 3 rounds of inspired defense for everyone.
Ooh.
So, Nulara, you rush in, right? You got to do this, to drag this desk, you're going to need both your hands free, right? So you got to take the shield.
Mhm.
I will say the trident is within reach, but I don't know. I don't think your mage hand can pick it up, right?
It's said to be less than one. It has to be one bulk or less.
And your trident is like at least 1 bulk, I'm pretty sure, right, Nulara?
Un momento.
Your trident is still sitting there on the floor. I'm pretty sure the mage hand won't be able to pick it up. So you basically have to empty your hands and get ready. You're going to run in and grab this desk and just like drag it out of here as fast as you can before she knows what's going on and pops out and maybe attacks you, right? So Nulara, give me an athletics check here.
Okay.
Can I give her guidance?
You can.
So I give Nulara guidance.
Thank you. Wow, that's like my 3rd one tonight.
Clovis
Can
is
I give
rolling
her my-
20s and
I
you're
give her
rolling...
my arrow point.
You cannot.
No.
So you go in and you grab the desk and you
I trip.
start
Oh.
dragging it out. It's heavier than you thought. Some of the books, like a couple of books, are falling off the edge. You're pulling it. You stub you stub your toe. You're like and in that moment, like she hears like the scraping of the wood. She comes out of the wall and you have a moment where you get to choose what you're going to do here. Like you can either like engage her, you can drop the desk, or you can just like continue what you're doing and get it out. She'll get one attack at you if you do this, right? We all know how those go.
I know.
He's
Where is
nervous.
she?
Could I have been waiting to try to distract her?
I mean, you are definitely like doing whatever you can to help. Yeah.
I am pulling out the picture and waving it at her from beyond the door.
Okay. Make another. I mean, it's not quite a deception. It's more of a social thing. Just give me a flat D20 roll.
So I think there's a created distraction, yes?
Oh,
Which
maybe.
I think uses deception.
Then let's do it.
All right. And that is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, not bad.
Ooh.
So she catches your eyes. You watch as she sees the picture. She sees you waving it. You've reignited her anger, and doing this, showing it to her, you've distracted her, but you've also now at this point made her fly into a rage. So everyone roll initiative for me.
Okay.
Let me do this. Start it up. Let's add you guys to the tracker. Let's see if she still rolls a natural 1 for her initiative. Yes, she does.
Yes, she
Yes,
does.
she does.
Do we know what's
Amazing.
gonna happen?
Which means she's gonna crit on the next roll.
Oh god, you're right. We're in a time loop. You can tell that she's enraged. Yeah.
Let me make sure. Okay.
19 for moi.
Perception.
Yeah. Or deception, or it doesn't matter. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
I like the effect, the
Very
sound
nice.
effect for your natural 20.
How did you make? Oh no. Yeah. All right. So shit's about to go down again. We're living this time loop where this ghost and you guys are stuck in this sort of back and forth. Mukta, you're first to react again. You're safe outside. It seems like only Nulara is really in immediate danger.
All right. I can't. Yeah, I will step in, stride to the door.
Uh-huh.
And just try to keep trying to distract her, and maybe lure her over here.
Okay.
Is this your beloved? Yes? I mean, what are you wasting time with those people for when your beloved is right here with me? I'll give it to you. Come.
So is this literally the create a distraction action? Or the make a request action? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I'm
What
trying
is
to
that?
distract her.
Okay. So, I'm trying to look at like what the actual distract action. What's it called?
Create a distraction. Because I saw it when I was trying to looking at my rogue feats, and there was something about like how you can stay hidden after you use the create a distraction using deception.
Is it create a diversion or a diversion?
Yeah, diversion. There we go.
Create a diversion. Yeah, with a gesture, trick, or some distracting words, you can create a diversion that draws a creature's attention elsewhere. Yep. So make a deception check against the perception DC of the creature, and yep.
All right.
Technically, it's supposed to like you're kind of using it to distract them so you can hide, but I'll allow you to draw the attention to yourself instead.
All right.
18 is
18.
Yeah, 18 is not enough to beat her perception DC.
Damn. All right.
The distraction does not work.
I'll drop the picture
Okay.
and that was my.
I know. It's not a bad idea.
So I strode. That's 2 actions, and I'm just going to pull out my short bow and attack once.
Yep. You're trying to get her distraction attention. It doesn't work. Like shit. Throw it down. Pull out the bow. Now, what has the ghost touch rune that you put on?
I put it on the rapier.
On the rapier.
But,
okay.
It's worth a shot for my third action at least. So
make an attack.
All right.
And then Clovis, you're going to be up next.
That is a 17 plus 11 for 28.
28 is a hit.
Nice.
Roll that damage.
Nah.
I don't think you have sneak attack damage, but she's immune anyways.
Oh, no. Yeah. So
that's 6 damage, of which she absorbs 7, so she takes no damage.
But that's my turn.
The arrow passes through the ghostly body. Clovis.
I'm gonna delay my turn.
Okay. Fair enough. Nulara.
Okay, I have my hands free. You mentioned, right?
Yep. You have nothing in because you were dragging. You're kind of holding the desk, but you can let go as a free action. That's fine.
Okay, where is the skeleton?
Far south, this square right here.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. I don't have enough movement. Okay then.
Trying to get the skeleton and get out in one stride. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is my trident here at least though?
Yeah, your trident's right at your feet.
I'm picking it up.
Deja vu time. Pick it up.
Yeah, but unlike before, I'm gonna look at her a little sadly. And say,
you see a bit of pain behind her eyes.
Yeah. I wish I could give you empathy at this moment. And I think I can. So please let us try and put your soul at peace. And in order for us to do that, we have to get the books out of here. And then I look at her. And then run away with my trident.
Okay.
And
so
that's the end of my
Yep. Do you have to take 2 strides to get out? Okay.
A stride and a step.
A stride and a step.
To get here. Actually, I'll go here.
Okay. Clovis, do you want to take your turn now?
I can't see her, so I can't.
Okay.
So I'm delayed.
I see. Okay. So at the end of Nulara's turn, she steps out. She does the same thing where she runs to the here, or right in the doorway, so you can see everyone. And again, she wails about her beloved, about being, how could they betray me? Why would they turn on me? Why did you not save me? My love, why? And she continues just tormenting herself, screaming, wailing. She's going to use that wailing cry ability again. You guys are not immune this time. Despairing cry.
To do counter performance.
Okay. And that's is it a cantrip or take a focus point? I think it's just a composition, so it probably takes a focus point.
Yeah, it's a focus spell.
Focus too.
So, do you want to wait and see what everyone rolls on their saves before you commit to using the focus point, or you just want to use your reaction and do it?
Well, yeah. I mean, we rolled pretty high last time when we had to use it, but
that's true.
What everybody does.
So let's just open up.
Ready to go.
Yeah. Everyone make a will save. It's a DC 24 will save. That's failure from Clovis. 21 for Clovis, the failure. A nat 1 for Hal is going to be a critical fail. A fail for Nulara, and a fail for everyone. A critical fail for Hal. So Hal's. Oh no! I thought that was Hal's performance. That was
Mushy again.
Mushy has no self-doubt. Mushy has nothing in his life that he is like. I don't understand.
Clovis is going to use his hero point.
No, well, wait. Before you use your hero point, Hal is about to use his reaction to counteract this auditory effect. So make a performance check, Hal, and everyone can use his performance check as the save roll. I guess since we're technically in a battle now, I'll switch over to the battle map too.
Use a hero point?
Use that hero point.
I will.
Let's go.
You rolled a 3 plus 14 for 17. That's not going to do it with the hero point. God. Okay. So, here's what happens. This time your counter performance doesn't. Now, Clovis, if you'd like to spend your hero point, you can re-roll your save.
Ooh, so
Still a failure.
close.
Okay, so on a failure, you guys all become slowed 1. That means you have 1 less action on your turn
Oh, wow.
for 1 round. And if you critically fail, like, so Hal is slowed 2 for 1 round. Okay. But that's her turn. That's all she can do. Clovis, you can see her now. Do you want to take your turn?
Yes, I will take my turn now. I will.
Okay, now remember, you're slowed 1, so you only get 2 actions.
Yep. So I'm gonna take my Ray of Frost.
Oh, nice.
That's going to hit.
Was it what'd you roll?
10.
So
29.
29 will hit.
And for my damage.
10 damage. She
Takes all of
resists
it.
7, so she takes 3 damage.
Don't resist 7. Jeez. You need to get your ghost punchers out.
I'm just saying, don't you have a anti-ghost cantrip, Clovis, or did you get rid of it?
I got rid of it.
That's too bad. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's your 1 round with slowed 1. You're no longer slowed. How?
Sleep and redo it.
You are slowed 2, so you get 1 action.
Yep, I will do Inspire Courage, Lingering Composition.
Go for it. This will replace your existing link composition because that one still
I
has
figured
its...
it's now because we were
Yeah.
figuring books back and forth.
Okay, so this will be your 3rd focus point.
Yep.
Make
If
that
anyone can roll another
performance
one,
check. That is a
Hey.
critical success. That's
Nice.
4 rounds of Inspire Courage for you guys.
Nice.
Unfortunately, the Inspire Defense does drop off, but you can add Inspire Courage.
At 1 round.
4 rounds.
4 round.
Alright.
Oh, I also created the Inspire Defense for all the different rounds, but I guess I didn't add it to your spell yet, so I'll do that after this. All right, Mukta.
Alright. I
Yep.
cannot see her.
Yep, you have 2 actions. Oh yeah, she's in darkness.
What are we doing? Is everybody out?
I
Yeah,
guess technically
everyone's out.
even Clovis couldn't see her, right?
I will put away my short bow and pick up the picture, and that's my turn.
Okay, put away a short whip, pick up the picture. Perfect. Nulara.
I was thinking to sudden charge that skeleton, grab the chainmail, and then just walk out. Hang on. Can I move a little bit just to see what's going on inside since I still have the light?
Yeah, peek your head around.
Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, she's there. Oh. I have.
Yeah,
my
she's
friend.
right in the middle of the room. She can't leave this room though.
Okay. Yeah, she can't leave this room, right? Why is this so far? Okay, for my 2 actions, I'm gonna grab my shield, and then I'm gonna grab my Morning Star.
Okay. So you
Okay,
get the
that's
shield on,
end
you
of
get the
my
Morning
turn.
Star out.
Mhm.
Perfect. She cannot do anything, so she, again, in this situation, we're kind of in this game of cat and mouse where there's like nothing she can do to you guys, and all you guys are just picking her off, and she again retreats through the wall and disappears. So she comes here, and then she goes here, and then she disappears through the wall. Nulara, make a perception check for me.
13.
13 is actually enough to see this. It was a really low roll, but you only need a DC 12. As she goes through this wall, you look like she's just running through a wall, but as she does it, you've seen it multiple times now, she kind of reaches out and turns her hand and goes through it like she mimes going through like a door as she does this. But the wall doesn't react to it, right? But she's doing this miming action every time she goes through the wall.
Interesting.
Secret door, right?
Secrets.
And I think in this moment, as she disappears, like there's a moment where she disappears and you realize you have your chance. Nulara like rushes in, grabs the chainmail body and drags it out of the room and gets it out to you guys in safety. We've done it.
I also point out what I saw with my perception check.
Sure, yeah.
That to everyone. What do you guys think that was?
Secret room, maybe? I mean, wouldn't be the first one we found in here, right?
Very true.
Is correct. I forget we went to that one upstairs that we didn't go through that had the glowing light when we were rescuing my brother and Mukta's girlfriend.
Yes.
Just something to think about if we have to go back and look there. But can go in there? Is he going to come out, Nulara?
It seems like it. It's like she's just going through the motions. Like after a bit, she's gonna come back out.
Should we try to rush to get all the rest of these books out?
Yeah.
Maybe you can do it quietly, Mukta. If you can't you see in the dark with your little rat beady eyes in the dark?
If I can, Yusoki eyes. Thank you very much. But I mean, I can see in dim light, not complete darkness. Okay.
I
I'm
will
not a shadow Yusoki.
I will say in the idea of like expediency, right? She realizes here that she can't keep popping out. You guys are just going to kill her. You are able to kind of from like one step in, Hal, fish the rest of the books out. You get all the books. The entire scriptorium is cleared out. And now the like restricted section behind you guys, just a pile of mess, books, quills, ink, all this stuff in that room. And you've already dragged the body out. I put the armor on your inventory, Nulara.
Clovis, is one of the books in
I
this
will
file?
identify it. It's a +1 chain shirt. I'm just going to give that to you guys.
Oh.
Maybe some of the books that Morley Bent was looking for.
Let me look through them real quick. And do I find anything?
You're looking through out of all of these things. So I'm going to drag some of this stuff to you guys. I'm just going to move this out here because it's now out here instead of in there. And I'm going to make this visible to you guys. This treasure object contains all the interesting stuff you guys find in the room. So there's one bulk of books for Morley Bent. The painting of the Drow's on there, so you can go ahead and add that to your inventory, Mukta.
All right.
And then there's 3 other books that catch your eye, not because there's something on Morley Bent's list, but because these 3 titles are titles you've heard before. And those titles are What the Worm Knows, Grave Feasts, and Secrets of the Skull. Now, these 3 books you found on a note in Volek's office earlier when you were up there that said, I need these translated. And there was a note that said, I'll get these translated for you as fast as I can, my love. So these 3 books are very dear to Volek. They were very important to his research at the time. And now that you're looking at them, they look like they could be valuable.
Perhaps Ray would want to take a look at this. We have this book here, What the Worm Knows, and the Secrets of the Skull. Obviously, the skull holds the fighter's innards, and the other one is a cookbook, Lara. This is for you, called the Great Feast.
It is actually. It's a cannibalistic cookbook.
How? Thanks.
The Secrets of the Skull, the interesting thing about this book, as you kind of take a look at it, it kind of talks about ghouls, and it has a lot of topics, but one of the topics is basically, if you were to get enough flayed ghoul skin, you could probably make yourself a set of armor that would make you immune to the effects of a ghoul, in a weird, kind of gross twist of fate. So if you guys were to want to flay enough ghouls here and take the skin back to town, you could probably fashion yourself a set of ghoul armor.
Interesting. Kidding. All right.
And then, What the Worm Knows. It's a whole topic. It's a whole book that just talks about, different properties of worms, different categories of worms. It's a very boring sort of collection of different types of worms and worm-like creatures and their medicinal and magical properties cataloged in an encyclopedic fashion. Not light reading by any means. So any of you guys want to add any of those items to your inventory for treasure, feel free.
Can you put it in the party loot?
You guys should be able to do that. You guys have access to the party loot.
All right.
And as you guys clear out the rest of the room, all the books are gone. You think that this should be the trigger. This should be what causes her spirit to go to rest. You still hear the loud sobbing wails coming from deep in the room. This has not put her spirit to rest.
You know, honestly, I don't feel like we have to put her spirit to rest now. Yeah. It's hard
Are you
to
sure?
explain. Yeah, it's out of obligation on my end, unlike the last two that we did. So, and I don't think Pharasma would really like that. She's all about intention, you know, like you have to put your intention in it. And if I don't believe what I'm doing, then what's the point of doing it? I think. But
I mean,
Mm.
you've got your cookbook, so I guess that's one thing.
hey, we can have
we,
some
give
cultists
her her
later if
picture
we
back?
get hungry.
What?
Leave the picture. Should we give her picture back or just keep it?
I think this would be more valuable to us later on to have something of Valak. So
Yeah,
I have no intention of giving this back to her.
So, do you think there is another ghost man on the other side in this door right here that we haven't opened, or did we open it once before? No, I meant this door over here. We already looked in
The door to the
The east. That's the
Yes,
last door you
we-
guys have not checked. You checked every other door. Mukta, you
No,
gave it a listen, right?
it was the door to the east here that we didn't go through.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is correct.
Yes.
But you checked it earlier. You know it was quiet and safe, just like the door to the north, right?
Yes, all these doors I checked, there was nothing except for creepy ghosts and creepy ghoul ladies that wanted to take our skin. But other than that, dead quiet.
Can you bring the light over here so I can stand in the door in case another ghost is here and he cannot get past me?
Give me a perception check, Hal, just because you're standing at the door and you're listening at it before you go through the unknown. Pretty good. You listen, dead silence on the other end. You don't hear anything. You maybe hear a tiny hint at maybe like a wind, like a little bit of wind howl that might be coming from that way, which is a little weird. But other than that, dead silence.
They might be playing the flute or something in there. The wind is blowing a little bit, whistling. Well, let's see.
So as you creak the door open and peek in, you can see the room kind of goes out and takes like a sharp kind of 90-degree angle to the south, and it turns into a staircase that seems to descend deeper into the Abomination Vault.
Well, we can go down from here into the next level, or we can go back and open some of the other doors across the way. There was one here or outside in the area where we go to the north. Maybe we go to look at that one first. There's a bunch of other ones across from where you push the crate over. There were some doors there that we did not look into. Do you want to fully get 100% on this level and make that achievement, or do we just want to go down? Say we go look.
Your eyes are stinging, and there's a bit of smoke in the air that makes you kind of cough. You guys probably don't want to stay here too long because you have the chance at smoke inhalation.
We did set the all that flesh on fire in the other room, so
That would
Oh,
be
that's right. That
Well,
flesh is on fire. Say we go down.
I say after this ghost we just tried to fight and it's still alive, we go down.
go down or we explore the nope lights.
Go down.
Go down.
Down?
Down below.
That
So-
smell of that flesh is making me very, very sick.
What is your marching order? What are your exploration actions? And you can physically move your token down the staircase, and it should transport you to the next minute.
I'll
All
guide with the
right.
light. Do you guys want me in the middle for the light, or
I want you in the front.
I want to be in the front too, but I can't see anything.
I would be in the back then, making sure nothing is following us at the edge of the light, at the very edge of the dimmest light, trying to avoid detection.
Wow, what is this?
Yeah, so I'm gonna move you
hypnotic
because you guys are in pitch
thing?
black, so I'll move you to the marker.
I can't
All right.
see shit.
Also, Hal, you're 3 focus points down. You might want to take a minute to refocus
Yep.
before you guys head down. I think that's
That
you
will
know
do.
reasonable.
Wow, you get 3 focus points now? Or
We
how
can
many
chill
focus
by
points
the
do you get left?
stairs. You
Yeah,
know,
I got
while
3.
Hal plays his
Still,
guitar,
still
just like
2.
on top of the stairs.
So, as you guys descend down the staircase, here's what you see. So you guys are like backed up into it. At the bottom of the staircase, you see this light that you've kind of seen before. Your mind goes back to the 2nd floor where you rescued the prisoners and saw like an eerie green light from underneath a doorway far away. This is the same glowing, eerie green light, but it's just hovering in the middle of the room right here as you come down the staircase. And as you move down and you're kind of like hesitant, you're like, stop, you're like, whoa, 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 right? The light kind of like flashes and it hits the wall and disappears for a second. And then you see slowly it starts etching letters and writing words right on the wall before your eyes. And this green light writes the words, Gauntlight is a weapon built to raise Absalom. Hyphen. It must be brought down with an exclamation point. And it writes this out in like a long message. You can only see like a few letters written at a time, right? And the whole thing kind of writes to the end. And then the green light like comes off the wall and then hovers in front of you guys. And then immediately heads east through this shut door. Because there's like a shut door at the bottom of the staircase you guys can see. If you move down, you can see it better actually. But the light just immediately hightails it. Hightails it through the door, and you start like realizing you're losing it from underneath the door.
I'm not gonna get further until everyone's ready. Is everyone ready?
I will say you
Mukta,
definitely were able to refocus Hal, so add back a focus point.
I will check the door.
Okay.
I'll also be defending Steve during the exploration mode.
Sure. Give me that perception check, Mukta.
All right.
You pull out and you start inspecting.
21.
21.
Ooh.
The door does not look locked. It does not look trapped. It does not look. It looks like you could just open it with no issue.
I then signal to Nulara that it's good to go and take my place back at the edge of the light again.
Yep.
Oops, and I went back up to level 3.
I think somebody else did too. Is
Well,
it
I just did.
Clovis did?
I went looking for Mushi and I said, let me go back upstairs. 'Cause I
Me and
didn't see
Clovis are
Mushi
like,
with
all
me.
right.
And then
Nice
it was
to meet
Mushi
you
right
both.
there, level 3.
That's the
We're
I guess it's
taking off
you and
now.
I again, Hal. I
That's-
mean,
Let's go check it. Let's go
might
check
as well
the
end this
rooms,
how we
Mukta.
started it, right?
Mukta and
Where you
Clovis is
I
checking
am.
all the doors.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I brought you guys back down. Yep. So Nulara, go ahead and open the. Yeah, go ahead and open the door. So you see as you open the door and step out. Yeah, you might not want to rush too far. So Nulara, go ahead and take a step out. One step out as you move out. You can see everyone else is kind of piled behind you. The green light is here, and it's kind of like doing this weird sort of like figure 8 dance pattern in this sort of small pavilion. So what you see is this cavern. It feels like a cavern, right? You've left like this dungeon and it's opened up into a cavern, and there's like whooshing air and a cold wind that you haven't felt before. It's still pitch black down here, but this immense cavern is cold and damp. There's water dripping from condensation above into a large still water lake. There's thick patches of moist mushrooms growing at the edge of this kind of water, some growing to nearly 4 feet tall. And there is a sort of trickle of water flowing in from the north. But what the main thing you notice is a 35-foot long stone pavilion that's built about 10 feet above this kind of water. And the entire pavilion itself, everything here is covered in sort of a damp fungus growing on it, and the stench kind of wafts over you. It smells fungal. Though, you know, this pavilion's built stone columns holding it up. There's 2 bridges leaving this pavilion. One heads to the north, which you can see, and there's a door on the end. The other one leads back to you, and there's also like a 10-foot drop down into this water to the like mushroom encrusted banks of the river. And a faintly burning campfire is actually flickering and built in the middle of the pavilion. And as this green light like kind of spins around, you see there's like this wolf on, like kind of like almost like it was asleep, like curled up. And as the green light flitters around, it starts barking like like swatting at the green light, trying to get it, which kind of like disturbs this man who's sitting there. And he turns and he locks eyes with you. So I'll let's see, I can show you like what this guy looks like. He looks like this. So he's rugged, he's got like thick fur coats on, long hair, and he turns and he looks at you guys, right? And he gets down on all fours, and Nulara, he makes eye contact with you and he starts going like barking at you. As the wolf is chasing this green light, and then sees his master barking and comes over and stands by his side. And both the wolf and this man are on all fours, just growling and barking at you, Nulara. And the green light, meanwhile, is dancing around before it kind of hops down off the pavilion, down into the water, and begins to float away to the south.
I bark back.
He starts growling and like digging in and barking louder at you, but making no movement.
Do you understand Common?
You say that, right? You say, "Do you understand Common?" The man's like, and you see like this weird look on his face, like he's forgotten that he can speak. And when you speak to him, it's almost like he realizes, oh, I can speak. So he's got this deep, gnarled voice, and he says, "This is my territory. Spirit."
Sorry, you correct. You broke up.
This is my territory. Stay out.
There are dangers all the way up above your territory right now, and unfortunately we have to go through here to make sure that everyone else up in there won't get hurt.
Yep. And so he's he's doubling down. He's like, "You're not coming this way. Leave."
How?
Yes, Nulara.
You can hear all this. You guys are all behind her, like looking around, like, what the hell's going on, right?
Clovis, maybe you can talk to him like you talked to that other dog person.
He's alive, right? This is the first thing we've met that's alive down here, right? I mean, other than the kobolds.
That was a real dog.
That's true. Do me a favor, Nulara, as you're having a conversation, just give me a society check.
Me?
Yes. It's a recall knowledge society, because you're the one engaged in conversation with them. What? In fact, everyone in the group can make knowledge? Yeah, a recall knowledge society check. I'll let everyone that's observing this happen.
I mean, is this to try to figure out who he is?
I'm not telling you what it's for. I'm just having you roll it at this point. A two for Nulara, not your forte. An 11 from Mukta. An 11 from Hal.
We have no idea.
And an 11 from... Yeah, you guys don't pick up anything about this situation. There's nothing. I mean, there's stuff here. You're not picking it up. That's what I'm saying. He's definitely hostile to you guys.
That should...
There's a strange guy barking at us.
I know, he's barking at me. He's saying to get out.
Mukta's thrown a little bit off by this. He's not sure what to do.
Yep.
Me too. Like if Jon Snow was stuck in the prison for so
He
much
kind of
longer,
looks like Jon Snow.
this would have happened to him.
I take out the ration and I toss it towards him. Maybe he is just hungry. Here, have some of this.
Yeah, you toss out the ration, right? Toss it past it, lands, and he's looking at it. You watch him like lean forward and literally sniffs it. He like takes like the paw and like, or he takes his hand and he like hits it, and it like skitters like off the pavilion and like disappears into like the water below with like a thunk. And he's just doubling down here. He says, "What do you want down here anyway?"
We need to go past here to find the where is this lighthouse thing? It's come alive. We want to turn it off and stop from teleporting the giant spiders, and so we have to collect its guts with skulls. We want to get past here. How can we get past here? Is there a way that way? And I point to the right, or is there a way that way? And I point to the left. We just want to go by. We don't want to take nothing of yours. We don't want to, have any kind of confrontation. What you think? We come by? We come through?
Make a diplomacy check. Also, you can see at this point, like, he's kind of like shifted down under his like cloak, and he's managed to like kind of subtly pull out these two sort of like, they're like triangle daggers that he grips with his hand. So he's got like two, they're called like katars, right? They're like fist blades that he's got slipped out, and he's tried to do this like subtly, but he's not been very subtle about it. And so you try to convince him to let you through, and he doubles down and says, "No one comes in our territory." And that, I mean, that's like it, right? So like, if you are going to come into their territory, there's going to be a fight.
There is another way down back up the stairs on the other side, Nulara.
We can maybe regroup upstairs a little bit and decide what we want to do. Away from the smoke, at least.
Yeah. We're gonna come up to smoke. Have you mentioned Belcora? No. Yeah, I mean, he's out of it. I doubt he's gonna know anything.
He barked at us, Nulara.
I know, I'll just yell
He
out.
literally barked at us.
I know. I tried barking at him too. I should have just said Belcora and then just barked it out. I'll say Belcora on our way up.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to react to saying anything about Belcor.
Oh, meow at the wolf.
Yeah, the light is like definitely drifted south and is like gone by now. It's like out of your sight. So I mean, he's standing here. He's not backing down. So if you guys want to regroup and back up and like figure out your next step, that's fine. Like, you literally hear like, is that what you guys want to do? Like, regroup upstairs to figure out?
Yeah, just figure out like.
Okay, so you kind of back out. You close the door, and you just hear the triumphant like kind of like of like the wolf house like down below, as these, the wolf and this man have defended their territory against the intruders. Yeah, I think that's a good place to end tonight's episode. So, wow, that was not what I intended this session to be tonight, but it definitely was something, I will say.
Yeah,
I think Clovis at that point, as we walk back up to regroup, would tell them the story I heard over with the druids about the werewolf. After I heard that werewolf type howl, made me think of all flashback with that guy saying about the werewolf, and I pass along that story to everybody. So, werewolf
could be.
Yeah.
So that's gonna do it for us tonight. I hope you guys had fun playing.
Heck yeah. I was dying a lot, but
oh my god, I think we broke broken the probability of like, this campaign is just, there's no logic to it anymore. We're gonna roll
112 damage in 2 hits.
Yeah, 2 crits, 2 natural 20s to attack, and then max damage 3/8 on the 3d8 roll, which would then double. I mean, ridiculous levels of bad luck on your guys' part. I think that fight is probably unwinnable without the right tools like the ghost touch anyways, and you guys just like, had I not played her to be like like doing the wailing, and if I just like unloaded on you, she probably would have like killed you, Nulara. Like she almost did anyways.
I believe it.
She almost did
She
anyways.
did, yeah.
But that counter performance was really clutch on Hal's part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
That's going to do it for us this week on Abomination Vault. Thank you to Nina, Richard, Mike, and Rick for playing with me. It's been a pleasure, guys, as always. Thank you to all of our viewers that are, live right now, watching later on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed the cameras and seeing what everyone looks like, because that should make it, I think, more fun. I can see them when we play. This is the first time you guys are able to see them when we play, so that's cool. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch. We got the Battle Royale coming. We got some more emote slots to unlock if we get more subscribers. Check out my DM prep series, episode 5. It's been a long wait. It should be coming this Sunday. I do apologize. What happened is I pushed it to like an every other week, and then it fell on the 4th of July, and then the following Sunday was my birthday. So this is the first Sunday I have free to actually do it in a long time. It's going to be taking a peek at level 4, which we just kind of got our first taste of tonight. So all the GMs out there interested, join me for the GM prep Sunday night, 8 o'clock Pacific on twitch.tv/DMSteve. For this game, we'll be back next Wednesday at 7 o'clock Pacific time as our group tries to figure out what's going on with the strange, flea-ridden, barking man and his dog on the Abomination Vaults. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and goodbye.
Goodbye,
Bye,
everyone.
All right, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Next week it is.